You sucker. Hello. I guess
Hello.
I should spam all the places to let them know that we're live.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can go to going live. Are you gonna also spam your world?
Yeah, I already did.
Anth Bonky Bonkerson the third. And I are live.
Let's see, did you remember to do the thing?
Ah, so loud.
Hi.
Oh, you did? You did?
Wow, Anth Bonkerson. Thank you for re-subscribing in what 34 whole ass months. Wow. Welcome back to the bitch table.
Wow.
You're-
As if I ever left.
You're the best bottom bitch to ever bottom.
Okay.
I hear you're doing the CODs? No, false. We don't COD here. We mostly just talk shit. Let's face all of the facts.
So, friends of mine that have podcasts tell me that they don't tell each other stories until it's podcast time. And I feel like I haven't told you a bunch of stuff just so that we can talk shit on stream.
Oh my god. You know, we
Although
haven't...
like 3 or 4 of them happened today, so it's not even like I'm saving stories.
I mean, honestly, I don't do this for the code. I'm not gonna lie. You
Yeah.
know?
You do it for me.
Well, I do it to... I mean, I don't remember if you
You do it for
remember...
Tofu?
Tofu's borking. She's borking her little head off.
Yeah.
Okay. Tweet is out. I guess we could show our faces, but...
Yeah.
How would we do that?
I
It's us! Hello! Welcome, GH
Wow.
Miranda. You were first. Hello, JJMC. Hello, Marsha Sooks. Yeah, I called
feel
you
like I have to
Marsha
do this every
Sooks.
single time.
I feel like you're significantly bigger than me now.
Oh, fucking.
Oh, did you also bring your plushie?
No, I can go grab my Prushi.
Okay.
What do you got today? Oh, yeah. As always.
Yeah, Charlie's kind of like the creme
It'd
de
be
la
kind of
creme.
awkward if I just sat here like this.
No, it'd be amazing. Noodle deserves love too, okay? Noodle isn't just for show. Noodle should be snuggled occasionally with gusto.
I've got Reginald Leopold.
Regipold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today is the first day I'm streaming in shorts.
Oh, I am also wearing shorts.
I've never, I don't know why, I've never worn shorts on stream before. It's kind of, it's
I don't
kind
know, something crazy.
it feels like I'm doing something wrong. Like, my legs are too free down here.
Well, don't get too free down there.
I mean, they're bike shorts. They might as well be underwear. They're like
Okay.
they're kind of just like big underwear. So
Have you ridden your BC since I rode BC with you?
I'm afraid of the BCs.
Oh,
Well, okay.
you were so close to getting it too.
I don't know how to. No, I can do it, just not on the. I'm afraid to do it on the streets because I'll just get hit by a car.
I mean, isn't there a set of safe streets near you?
Not really. There's like actually today when I was running, I almost got hit by a car twice today. I ran 3.5 miles around my neighborhood, and 2 times I almost got hit by a car. People are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And
well, it's
I don't
there,
want to
yeah.
like. Okay, this kills me. I hate saying this out loud. So DC plays this game. For those of you who don't know, David Chong, he's like one of my best friends. He's you know, he's a boomer in the body of like a 32-year-old.
Did you have to time him out for like an hour last time? He was
I have to time him out
stream?
every time he's come to the stream, I swear. But he plays this annoying game where every time I almost get hit by a car or we almost get hit by someone driving, he always says, by the way, it's important to note that this man is not white. But he goes, do you think it was a minority or a woman? And like, we live in the Bay Area.
No.
So chances are everyone you see driving is gonna be either a minority or woman. So like 100% of the time, it's always one of the two or some combination of the two. And I get so mad. I get so mad at him. But it's like always true. And that's DC. Anyway, today both people who almost hit me were both a minority and a woman.
Well then.
I actually smacked the back of one of the cars because it was like so hyper aggressive. She was going like 45 in a residential zone. And like, she was lucky she was driving a Tesla. Otherwise, she would have just committed vehicular manslaughter. It was like...
She probably had to pee.
Oh my God. People don't act like they're in like this massive death machines and can just murder everyone around them. It's super frustrating.
It's kind of wild how
We just let
as,
anybody
like,
do it.
One, that we let people do it. Two, that we don't retest them for their driver's license periodically.
Yes.
But also
true.
that we have conditioned ourselves to not really think of them as giant
Death
2-ton
machines?
hunks of metals that can just literally splatter someone.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend who lives in Japan, and he was like, yeah, you have to take like a 3-month course to get your license. I was like, that sounds reasonable. Like,
1 month course in Michigan.
no, but like as an adult, like no matter what age you are, like
Oh, sure, yeah.
versus like here, like you just have to take a 2-weekend course as a
You don't even have to do that.
16-year-old.
Oh, sure, when you're 16, okay.
Like,
We had to do a month course when we were 14 to 16.
do you think Michigan drivers are better?
No.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
they're better than Bay Area drivers, that's for sure.
Bay Area drivers are probably the worst because they don't know how to deal with different weather.
I was gonna say it sprinkles and they lose their fucking minds.
They're like, what is this stuff falling out of the sky? A normal day in LA. I disagree here in Brazil. Brazil is the worst. Anthony, please share your never lock screen grip G settings with Juice.
Let me find what it is.
You have a lot of classes, both technical and driving. That's good.
Okay, there's 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 commands to run.
Wow, I have to cough. Hold on.
Okay, I think this is the first command. Here,
Okay.
first run this command.
In terminal?
Yeah. Copy paste it. Yeah, or I'm gonna lose my mind.
No.
Oh my god. This is so painful.
I said no.
What's up, Milky?
Hi, Milky Dove.
You might even be able to tab complete it. Control Shift V.
Ah, what is this? What is this?
You press Control V, and Control V makes it literally paste the next character.
It hates it. It doesn't like that.
Uh,
Did it mean G settings?
oh, try it with an S on the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Can never remember whether it's plural or not. Okay, change the get to a set and put a 0 at the end.
Yes, sir.
And just a little tip. If you press up,
Just the tip?
yeah, just a little tip. Press up,
Mm-hmm.
and then press Control A,
Mm-hmm.
and then press Control E.
Mm-hmm. I see what we did.
Yeah, now you've learned 2 new things.
Congratulations to me. Congratulations to Mel.
What's the chance you'll remember that though?
I'll remember it. I mean, does home and end also work? I'll probably remember that more than
probably.
anything else. Yeah.
Here, you
Okay.
want to learn another one?
No.
Okay, then I won't tell you.
We only have so much room for things in my brain today.
Oh, yes. Not head empty. partially
Head
filled
on.
already.
Apply directly to the forehead. Head
I
on.
said that the other day, and the person was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Were you
And then
talking
I
to a
realized
Zoomer?
Then I realized that Zoomers weren't even fucking alive in
Zoomers
that
don't
commercial.
even know about that. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Head on. Head on has not been clinically proven.
Do
Nice
anything? To do anything?
Well, it was literally just Vaseline in a tube with fancy branding. Which, like...
It was like an anti-headache medication, Ironclad. No, it was Vaseline plus Vicks Vapor Rub.
No, I don't think it actually had an active ingredient.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just Vaseline?
I'm pretty sure it was just Vaseline.
No, it was just like a tube, like a chapstick tube, basically. And the entire ad was just a woman.
It was more like a glue stick that you fucking rubbed on your forehead.
You rubbed on your forehead when you have a headache. And the ad was just a woman smashing it against her face and then rubbing it around, saying, head on, apply directly to the forehead, but like 10 times over from different angles. It was actually... Like, it was actually kind of a brilliant, yeah, it was brilliant marketing.
Billions of millennials have this bullshit stuck in their head decades later.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Honestly, like 90s jingles, I still know all the lyrics to them.
I want to say this was like 2000s though.
Maybe. But like jingles from the 2000s and 90s, still entirely all of the lyrics. I don't remember the quadratic formula. Actually, I totally do. It's negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of...
Mm-hmm.
Square root. I don't remember what's in the square root. What's in the square root? B squared minus c squared or something like that? What's in the square root? See, I don't remember the quadratic formula, but you know what I do remember?
Remember the 4AC?
Oh, 4AC minus B or something?
No, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, I am.
What the fuck? Why is Head On not on Wikipedia? Oh, here it is.
But I remember all of
2006 to 2008.
The Lucky's jingle or like the Blockbuster jingle. All of it. Every single lyric of it. And it's like a 3 stanza thing. You don't remember the Blockbuster jingle?
TV.
Okay.
I also didn't watch TV. So.
The day is done. The night's still young. The show is about to begin. We've got everyone here. I'm telling you we're gonna spend the night out in. Ooh, alright. Make it a Blockbuster night. Ooh, tonight. Make it a Blockbuster night. Bum bum.
Yeah, no wonder they went out of business.
What? It is so catchy. Is this the Head On video? Apply directly to the forehead.
There's no way it is.
Should we do a review of last week before we dive into other bullshit?
Yeah.
On.
Alright, let's make a motion.
Okay. Wait. We gotta watch Head On first.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the
Ad break.
Head on.
That unpaid ad break. Yeah, see? Fucking glue stick on her
Available at
forehead.
Walgreens.
That was it. That was
Head
it.
on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on.
That's
Apply
it.
directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could have done this in MS Paint too.
You're gonna make videos in MS Paint?
No, but you can make like a transparent thing to overlay on top of a video in MS Paint.
Yeah.
Chad
Pretty sure I showed you how to do
Dab.
Why
that.
don't you call me before you stream? I am #1 fan.
If you join my Discord, you can get the going live notification. Hello, welcome back to the bitch stable. Thank you for giving me the Bezos bucks. Nom nom nom, money, nom nom nom.
Too many dick swords? Well, you could just set notifications on them.
Yeah. Also, Twitch notifications. There's so many things. I'm not gonna call you. That's not even the right number.
You didn't even get the song right.
You didn't even
Chad
get the
Dab.
song right. That's
It's
terrible.
like a failed boomerism.
Yeah. But Ched is an actual boomer, isn't he?
I don't remember.
I know he's like a dad or something. I assume all dads are boomers, at least in the heart.
Yeah.
I'm
They've
still B
injected
tier.
Dad jokes directly into the veins.
F tier. Okay, so what do you want me to do? I'm opening a REPL. We're REPLing.
Make me a function that takes a named only argument.
Make a function that takes a named only argument.
You can pick the name from it for it too.
Yeah, I know how to do this.
Dude, I don't fucking know anything about Blu-ray, JH Brando.
Is that it?
I'm just gonna let you press enter and figure it out.
Oh my god. Why won't it let me create a new line? What?
Named arguments must follow bear star.
Named arguments must follow bear star.
Yeah, you gotta have a name. What's the name? What are you gonna name your argument?
Butts.
Yeah, that works.
Butts.
Butts.
Just butts.
Butts.
Print. Butts.
Print butts.
Print butts.
Print butts.
AF. Butts equal. Anthony.
F butts.
Anthony. I did it. Are you proud of me?
Wow.
Wow, I learned things. I didn't immediately forget all the things.
Alright, make a function that takes any number of named arguments.
Any number of named arguments?
Yep.
I remember how to do that. I do. As soon as I look it up.
Okay.
As soon as I look it up.
I'm surprised you remembered that one, but not this one.
What are you talking about?
You're about to CD to exactly where you already are.
Oh. No. No. Any number of unnamed arguments. Isn't that just double
named arguments.
yeah, it's just double star, right?
Double star.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, Mel knows that because she remembers. Def G star star. What? Why do you hate me?
You gave it a name.
Butts. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you gotta finish it. It's wild that you've never learned Python 2 and you almost wrote Python 2.
How so?
You did print space.
Print space?
You did print space. Instead of print as a parameter. Or print as a function. Alright, write me a function that can take any number of any type of argument.
Any number of any type of argument.
Yep. And what's wild is somebody tweeted this recently and got like 10,000 likes on Twitter.
Any number of any type of argument.
Yeah.
Am I doing it?
You're doing it, yeah? Well, now you have the 10,000 licks on the Twitter.
Wait, question. Can I do this for print? Does it take multiple?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I did it.
Yeah. Now call it.
Oh shit. Wait, what?
Yeah, typo.
What's
Yeah,
my
positionals and then postginals.
Oh, fuck. Can I reassign it? I can, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can also press up and just fix the typo too.
That's true. I could have, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm stream delayed, so I can't even help you. All right, you've shown me that you can take any number of named arguments, but you haven't shown me passing any number of named arguments.
Ugh. Okay.
Because you've only passed butts. And you coincidentally passed butts to butts, which, okay. You do know.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Now, conventionally, people wouldn't put a space around the equals, and they would put space after the commas. But
Yeah, we love spaces. We hate spaces. Wait.
it's that we conventionally put spaces around operators in the right places.
Where would
Or
you? I mean, yeah. Like that? Or would you not put it between the
So you
operator?
don't put it around the equals, but you do put it after the commas.
Oh, I see. Like so.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's one. Oh, I know. That's good.
Yep. All right. Conventionally, what do people usually name the thing you did positionals and the thing you did butts above? What do they usually name it in Python?
Sorry, conventionally, what?
So you've got a star args positional.
Splat.
And yeah, but what do they usually name those two variables? What is the single star variable usually called, and what's the double star variable usually called?
A positional splat or a name splat?
Yeah, but usually Python people give those a particular name.
Star splat? Double star splat?
No, like the variable name. They usually give the variable a particular name.
K
Like you picked
wargs?
butts for the star one, but people usually don't call it butts. They call it something else.
K wargs?
Yeah, K-wargs.
K wargs?
And what do they do with the other one?
Positionals? The what?
You actually have it on your screen.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not
Both of those
positional.
examples. Both of those examples have the variable name that I'm looking for.
Param?
No, it's
Args? Just
Args,
args? K warg is an args?
So it's usually star args and star quarks.
Star quargs.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well,
That's like
That's what they
almost
conventionally
impossible to pronounce. Quarks.
quarks?
It sounds like a character from Star Trek.
Well, it sounds like quarks, but with a G.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Quarks hard to
Ferengi.
pronounce?
Quarks? That sounds like that's a Ferengi. And now I'll remember
A
it
what?
forever.
What?
Wait, have you never watched Star Trek?
I've seen a few episodes. I've not watched front to back.
Ferengi, I think, might be racist. I don't know. I can
There's
never
a lot
tell.
of things that are racist.
They're like short, shrewd people who are money obsessed. So, I mean,
Oh yeah, they're 100% racist.
with large noses and big ears. So, yeah.
You had questions?
I mean, like, well, I'm realizing it now for the first time, okay? So-
Oh damn, they were trying to stereotype Jewish people. Weird.
well, I mean,
What a strange concept. What if that's racist?
it's one of those things that you don't, like, that you don't think about. Because, I mean, I watched a lot of Star Trek when I was a kid, so it, like, was normalized for me, right? And then as an adult, you're like, yep, those are just the Ferengi. And then as, like, an adult, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, our childhood normalized a lot of fucked up things. So.
Yeah. Like, I was rewatching, like, Lord of the Rings recently, and it's like all of the bad humans are brown. I was like, that's not okay. Why are all the brown people bad people and all the white people are good people?
Yeah.
And they don't introduce, like, black people into the main cast until, like, The Hobbit. Took them a while. It's crazy.
The Hobbit, the second Hobbit.
Yeah, I think the second
Not the
Hobbit
cartoon?
they have like a black elf or something. No. Very tempting to clip what out of context. I was just talking about racism and fantasy. It's like,
I'm pretty sure just what I said out of context is pretty bad.
oh, Oh, I see. I was gonna say, I like stand by everything I've said so far. I do think we need to like definitely.
Oh no, it's what you said. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you can make clips that short anymore. I think for this like reason.
You can get him down to like 5. I think 5 seconds is the minimum.
Yeah.
You used to be able to do 3-second clips back in the day.
No, I think the minimum is like 10 seconds or 5 seconds now.
No, I mean they used to be. You used to be able to make shorter clips.
Yeah. But like, anyway, it's a bunch of stuff that you like kind of have to re-examine nowadays, and you're like, I mean, some of it's like really obvious. Like, right now, Scott and DC are watching all of the Bond films.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad. You go back to like a certain time period, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, it's not exactly surprising given the.
Anthony's
plot.
hourly for teaching Python is likely huge, and we get it for free right now. How much would you actually charge somebody to teach them Python, Anthony?
A few people that I've done teaching for that I know, I will do 50 an hour,
That's cheap.
which is really cheap. But I would have to know them. If I don't know them, it's more.
Wait, have you been charging me?
No.
I just like log into PayPal to like 6 invoices. No. So what am I learning here about coding? Well, we're about to learn about tuples and lists.
Yeah. Do you want to do lists or tuples first?
I don't know.
We'll probably do lists first. Well. No, we'll do tuples first because lists are tuples but with more things. So yeah, we'll do tuples first. Although, it doesn't fucking matter. We'll do one of them. So it was 60 degrees here yesterday.
Yeah.
Today it's snowing. Actually, I think it's raining right now. But
Really?
it was snowing earlier today.
It was really cold
It
today.
is wintry mixing right now.
Oh my god.
sleeting.
Wintry mix is a word for goodbye all of your shoes. It's it's like even if you have waterproof shoes, somehow wintry mix just like leaves residue on your shoes no matter what kind of shoes you
can get
have.
salt residue.
It's disgusting.
Or just in Michigan, you're just used to everyone having Uggs with a ring around them.
Friends $50, strangers more, X is free.
Wow.
Has any other X cashed in on this?
I have not. Well, I guess I've taught 3 people. No, 2 people that I've dated some amount of programming.
It discounts your Twitch salary. I don't even know why Bezos gives me like, I don't know, like he could just keep $1,000 from my paycheck a month, and like it would be easier because that's how much I spend on Amazon a month. You know, it's like just keep the money and just let me
Pay you in Bezos bucks.
and just assume I'm gonna spend it all.
That is actually a strategy that some of the like Walmart has a deal where they will pay you in Walmart gift cards instead of actually paying you, because it means that they don't take the taxes on paying you a salary, and then they don't take the sales taxes on delivering you goods.
Yeah.
So it's a tax evasion, and it keeps it keeps
Their
the dollars in
employees fed?
Walmart's pocket.
Yeah. I have
Keeps them tied down too.
we get a 10% discount on Amazon products at Twitch, or at all Amazon corporate employees, but there's an $100 maximum, so you have to spend $1,000 to get $100 back for the whole year.
For the whole year?
For the whole year.
So you
And
just go
it's-
through it in a month.
But it's like, why? Why even give us that?
That's still not worth it.
It doesn't. I don't even redeem it half the time.
Oh, it's not even auto redeemed. That's even
It's
worse.
not auto redeemed. You have to go like look it up in some
Yeah,
account,
no,
and
that's,
it's like
that's literally a scam.
there's
It's
I
a
mean,
fake benefit.
it's not. It's super unclear why they even have it, because like everyone who
fake
has
benefit.
it is like, this is worthless.
Well, that was like, I want to say it was Yelp had like a gym subsidy, but it was like some tiny amount per month. Like I think it was like $25 a month or something so insignificant. And it was literally more work for me to log into this stupid expensing system to file an expense than it was the like $20 I got out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, seems very dumb. What do you recommend for learning first as a beginner? Python, Java, or something else?
I don't know why people spell something SMTH.
Smith else.
It's not that many letters, just type it out.
Honestly, Java's not a bad answer.
Java is a bad answer.
Java's not a bad answer. I feel
Not a
like,
good answer.
what do you think is the best answer? C++?
I don't think it matters. I think Java, you're gonna not be able to produce something that you will enjoy. Like the only thing you could build is an Android app, but you're better to write Kotlin. Like you're not gonna be able to write a web app with Java. You're not gonna be able to write like a desktop app with Java.
I guess
I mean,
that's
you can,
true.
you can write an
Python,
applet, but
with Python, you can like immediately start coding like a game for yourself and
Yeah.
play it, which is kind of fun.
or like, you know, if you learn JavaScript, you can build a website immediately. Or like,
Hi, Jihad. Welcome back.
if you learn literally anything.
And hi, Axiom.
that
I
lets
see
run
you.
stuff.
Hi, Axiom. Hi. Hi, Corey. Hi. Python is the way. Actually, fuck it. Give me Lua. What's Lua?
Lua.
Yeah.
Lua is often used for it's a very, very simple language that is highly jittable, meaning that a interpreter can turn it into machine code and make it quick and fast and speedy, because the language is so dumb and simple. And it's frequently used in like plugin systems and game macros.
It's the basis for the WoW UI. I see. I love replying to someone and the comment in question you have to scroll to see it. Yeah, we'll type faster, Jihad. You heckin' nerd.
Get good.
Hearing that makes my learning of Java feel useless? No. There's a lot of work for Java developers. There's just a lot of jobs.
Well, it's enterprisey
Yeah.
or Stripe.
There's like infinite jobs. What people don't realize is that there's like a ton of jobs that are like, someone built this platform on top of Salesforce and it has a shocking number of customers and it's all in Java. There's a lot of those jobs.
Yeah, it's SOAP and Java. Which, if you don't know what SOAP is, Juice, it is
I know what
an
SOAP is.
XML format. Oh, you know what SOAP is?
Yeah.
When have you had to deal with SOAP?
I used to work in ad servers a lot.
But did you write SOAP?
I didn't write SOAP, but I know about it.
God,
Yeah.
you poor soul.
Oh, it's okay. I think FreeRail used SOAP. It's like, well, there was like a lot of, well, back in the day before Google, Amazon, and Facebook owned everything, there were other ad servers. And they used to use different conventions, but yeah. Sad for PHP developers. Sad,
PHP's
dog.
fine. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for PHP.
Yeah, we stand PHP.
I wouldn't say it's a good first choice anymore, but fine. It's not terrible.
I feel like...
Okay, you've written down that tuples is a data type.
What about it, though?
Okay, so tuples are a container. They are a sequence, and they basically contain other things. The syntax for a tuple is, well, there's two syntaxes. There's a syntax for an empty tuple, which is parenthesis, parenthesis.
Okay.
And then the syntax for tuples otherwise is just denoted by a comma. Conventionally, people put parentheses around tuples, but they actually do nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so people will write like parenthesis 1, comma 2, parenthesis. But
You're
they
a
could
tuple.
just write 1, comma 2 and not do that.
Okay. Wait, I thought tuples have like... Okay, I'm gonna pretend I know nothing about tuples. Go on.
Wait, what were you gonna say? No, go ahead.
I had there's something like tuples, you have to like assign it kind of like a dictionary, but you have to assign it like binary, not binary, sorry. What's the name of the numbers that only are... Oh, okay, go on. Just go.
Well,
Let's go.
tuples cannot be reassigned. They're what's called immutable.
Yes. You don't know what I'm talking about? It's not the word binary. Bits. Bit? No. It's like 0, 2, 4.
Bitwise?
Yeah.
No.
Tuples aren't like a bitwise map, basically.
No.
What the
I think you're thinking of enums.
I am thinking of enums.
But I don't know why you know enums.
Because I asked somebody once what an enum was. You're talking crazy, Juice? Okay, so enums are bitwise maps, but tuples are just...
Not necessarily.
Oh, well, fuck me.
You can use enums as bit flags, but
Go on.
most people don't.
Tuples are immutable.
Yes. Do you know what that means?
They cannot be reassigned or changed.
They can't be modified.
Yeah, okay.
They can be reassigned. There's no such thing as constant Python.
Got it.
So everything is always reassigned.
Okay. Even numbers? You're talking crazy? I'm not talking crazy.
Well, so it doesn't really make sense to talk about tuples being reassignable or not because variables are reassignable in Python. It has nothing to do with tuples.
I think I have minor brain damage.
Yeah, me too. Don't we all?
No, I mean, I've been getting into this cycle the past like 6 weeks where I just don't remember the name of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tip of the
then,
tongue?
yeah, I couldn't even remember tip of the tongue. Yes. That's actually an aphasia. It's called tip of the tongue syndrome.
Yeah.
But
well, your
it's-
brain actively fights you to remember it. It's like a defense mechanism for some fucking reason.
This keeps happening to me, and this used to never happen to me. It's been really frustrating.
Yeah, this was like me, but with literally fucking everything the 6 months after I had COVID.
Long COVID brain fog? I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Like, I couldn't even remember your fucking name. I think you were in the other room.
Anthony forgot my name once when we were dating.
I knew it started with an M, but I couldn't remember.
It's okay. Everyone thinks my name is Melody anyway, so. Hi, Zombie Chew. Welcome back. Welcome back. Or
Welcome back. This is
for the first time. Wow, Zombie Chew! Welcome to my stream. This is where we hang out. That's
Is
it.
this from you shilling in your internal chat?
I did shill in my internal chat. I don't know if they're from the internal chat shilling.
I mean, they've got a wrench.
I feel so weird about this though, because I'm the only one who posts going live there because
all your other coworkers are users.
no. No, okay, so here's what happened.
So you're the only one on the grind set?
Our chief product officer said, "Hey, all product managers, let's challenge ourselves to all get affiliate by the end of the year." And I was like, "Well, I've been affiliate." And he was like, well, you can try and get partner. I was like,
Do you know who I am?
fuck yeah.
Juicebox fucking hero.
I'm Juicebox fucking hero. I'm an affiliate. Hell. Sorry. I've been watching this show where the main character has a very fake Alabama accent. So now I just keep like accidentally falling into it. It's pretty bad, actually.
No.
It's not a good show. Accent. I do really like the way she says the word what, though. I don't know why the word what.
Oh, you got an
What?
insult. You got an insult.
No, you'd be like, you need to paint the fence white. It's like my favorite word. We have an internal chat. Yeah, Zombie Chew. It's for product managers who are on the grind. So we're all supposed to be streaming, but like so far no one's really streamed except for me, and I was streaming before he like challenged us to all stream, so it's not going well, I think. Love me some Knives Out.
King of the Hill.
No, I'm actually watching something called Ginny in Georgia. It's like the Gilmore Girls if the mom also murdered people.
I don't have any context needed.
Oh, okay. By the way, that's my superpower, is like explaining movies in relation to other movies, or explaining like shows in relation to other shows.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go like 10 levels deep to get to anything about it now.
It's like a weird version of like the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
So it's like Pokemon, but not. This particular way.
It's like I don't know how to explain it in terms of Pokemon. I'd have to think about that one. Okay. Nice superpower. I'll call you if you're having problems explaining what a show is to somebody else in terms that they can understand.
Okay, so a one element tuple is also a little bit weird, but it isn't actually weird given the 2 rules I've told you about tuples. But typically people write it as parenthesis 1 comma parenthesis.
Parenthesis 1 comma?
Parenthesis, the first element, a comma, and then another parenthesis. For a one element tuple. A tuple of length 1.
I see. Okay.
But technically, the parentheses don't do anything.
So you can just do 1 comma.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Are we going to PyDocs? PyDocs.
it's not called PyDocs, but yes, we are going to PyDoc now.
PyDoc singular?
Yeah. Or
What?
what's the other way to get to PyDoc without using PyDoc? Do you remember?
Man?
No.
Help?
Man is... Yeah, help.
Help tuple?
Oh, I guess there's one other thing that tuples can do, which is that they can construct a tuple from any other iterable. So if you pass an iterable to the tuple function, you get back a tuple. So like if you do tuple butts, you'll get a tuple that has B-U-T-T.
I see. What happens if you pass this thing kind of funky like a dict?
A dict is an iterable.
But tuple, I mean, we could just try it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Python.
It's just probably not going to do what you expect.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to be a little bit surprised by this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. I'm missing quotes, I know. Oh my god. Okay. Bah! It just gets rid of the secondary values or the assignments. It turns the keys into a tuple.
We'll get to dicts eventually, but iterating over a dict iterates over the keys.
Okay, got it. Cool.
You can also iterate over the values or the key value pairs, but the default is to iterate over the keys.
Oh, you can call it by like its keys.
Like you can do dot keys or
Dot
dot
keys,
items
yeah.
or dot values.
Got it.
In my opinion, dot keys should almost never be used, but
Straight Go TV says values. Sorry. Okay. A tuple, a built-in immutable sequence. If no argument is given, the constructor returns an empty tuple. If iterable is specified, the tuple is initialized from iterable items. If the argument is a tuple, the return value is the same object. Wow. Okay.
So see the first line under the class thing?
Mm-hmm.
What is that argument? What does that signature mean?
Wait, right here? Under tuple iterable equals blank?
No, you've got class tuple object. What is that? What is that signature telling you?
It's telling me that we're looking at tuple as a function?
You'll pretend that the word def is in front of the second tuple. Sorry, third tuple. The first line that starts with a pipe. Imagine there's a def there and a colon at the end of the line. What is that function signature? Describe the arguments to me.
Oh, here! Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's saying...
That's the function signature. Describe it to me.
Okay. Yeah, this
Review.
is a named parameter that takes a function. And then this says everything to the left of it can only be named parameters.
You got the opposite.
Everything to the right of it can only be positional parameters?
So the slash means that everything to the left of it is positional only.
Oh.
The
But
slash
this
is the
is...
useless one.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
So what does that mean about the iterable parameter?
What does that mean about the iterable parameter? That means that it can only be positional?
Correct.
Okay.
But what else is special about the iterable parameter?
It has a default that's an empty tuple.
Correct. So putting that all together,
Putting that
it's a positional argument that has a default that's the empty tuple.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. Now we can go on to the operators.
So hard. Okay. So these are magic methods.
Correct.
Okay. Add means you can add tuples.
Why? Dude.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I gotta stop. You have to call me out
this
on
time
it.
I'm gonna make you try each of the operators so that when you tell me next week that we didn't go over operators, I can be like, bullshit.
Oh my gosh, the anger, the sheer anger. I'm gonna name our tuple Tupi. Are you ready?
I am not ready. What you've typed so far has me concerned.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's like some weird JavaScript trauma.
Yeah.
Oof. Phew. You have to like declare variables in JavaScript and just fucks with my brain. Stop with the accent. How do I stop it? Okay. Guys, by the way, I need to tell you a story. I'm such a basic bitch. I watched a TikTok about slimes, and then I bought slimes, and they're disgusting. These are just, it's so sticky. It's not fun to play with at all. It's the stickiest thing I've ever played with. It gets stuck to you. It smells good though. It smells pretty edible.
Oh, I thought you bought like fungal slimes.
What are fungal slimes?
They're like you can grow them in a terrarium.
Oh no, this is like a, basic mixture of Elmer's glue and borax. Okay.
That is a hefty amount.
It
looks like
is.
an ice cream container.
I kind of want to eat it, actually. It smells so
Did I-
good.
Did I tell you about my Halloween mistake as a kid?
What did you
And the
eat?
And the nickname that I had in middle school and high school because of it?
No. What did you eat? Wait, what did you eat?
So it was Halloween, and the teacher had set out a bunch of stuff for crafts, but also set out a bunch of candy as well. And so we had like candy and craft stuff on every desk. And I didn't know it was craft stuff. So each desk had this little cup about like this big. I can't see it. About this big. That was filled with Elmer's glue, and so it was just this. Cup
Was it tasty?
I thought it was icing because
You were literally one of those kids that ate paste.
Well, listen, I thought it was icing.
Yeah.
So it was a delicious snack, but instead I got a mouthful of glue. So,
Did you swallow?
you're already there. You gotta swallow.
You've committed. I can't tell you how many times I've had that thought personally.
I'm already here. I better swallow.
Well, it's like, you know,
It's gonna be so much less convenient if I don't swallow.
where's the closest sink? You know, it's usually. Was it tasty? Yeah, you didn't answer. Do you remember if it was tasty or not?
It was not. It was pretty flavorless, and it was just kind of gross. It was
Did you
just like-
ever I used to do this all the time. I would put glue on my fingers and then peel it off, and then
Yeah, you
it was like
monster.
little fingerprints.
Yeah.
I think I ate some of that. The finger glue.
That's arguably worse. You didn't think it was icing. You're just like, oh.
Look, I was a gross kid. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I was essentially raised by wolves. I used to like try and like make cakes out of stuff that I could find in the kitchen. But it was always like random shit. Like I would be like, here's some white bread and some sweetened condensed milk, and then I would pour the sweetened condensed milk on the white bread and then put sprinkles on top and then eat that for meals because I didn't have parents.
Holy fuck, how did you not get picked up by child protective services?
I don't know, dude. It's a good question.
God damn.
It's a good question. That's just called bread pudding.
Did you
Oh.
ever, as a kid, like read the ingredients list off of some processed food that you had, and then try and recreate it with things that had similar names in your kitchen?
No, that's adorable though.
Well, like a common ingredient things is soy lecithin.
Oh yeah, so you just get soy sauce.
You just get soy sauce. And you end up with just like this mud ball of terrible tasting shit.
No, me and my brother used to do a thing called cheese plate. This is probably I'm really glad I'm an adult now. CPS can't take me away. But we used to get when we were hungry and no one had fed us because
Oh, I knew this was gonna go to craft singles like almost
because
immediately.
dark depression. Not our depression, our mother's depression. We used to take slices of cheese and put it on a plate and then microwave it until it was crispy and burnt, and then eat the crispy burnt American cheese.
I didn't know you could actually burn American cheese.
You can in the microwave for about 40 seconds on high. Yeah. Yeah, and then it would get
I didn't know it could get crunchy.
Well, what's crazy is like this was a thing that me and my brother just discovered out of sadness and hunger. And then now they kind of sell versions of this at Costco. They're called Parmesan crisps. But they
Yeah,
have
but
very
they're Parmesan.
similar flavor and texture to the cheese plate.
Yeah, well, if you.
Well, the weird thing
Even
is
though processed cheese is not cheese, it is a cheese product because it can't be considered cheese by the FDA.
so the kind of funny thing about cheese plate is you could only do it with like kind of not microwave safe plates. Like the plate had to get pretty hot for it to work. So it would only work with like a subset of plates that we had at home.
Like the thick ceramic plates.
Yeah. Stories from my childhood, everybody.
Wow. Okay, so anyway, the reason we opened up a REPL is so that you can use the plus operator to combine two
The
tuples.
plus operator to combine two. Okay. I'm gonna call this one 3P.
And it's gonna have two elements.
No.
Well,
I
2P
mean,
has
it can.
3.
Fine. And then we're gonna do two.
I'm alone, but I have money well spent.
It's le croissant. It is my favorite viewer with that je ne sais quoi. I am so
The
sorry.
thing is, I don't nearly do as much casual French racism in my stream, but in yours, I just let it.
You just let it flow. I don't know if it's racist.
Well, yeah, French is not a race. So.
I
like-
only make fun of the French language because the French take their language way too seriously.
Yeah, but they also just kind of mumble.
I make cheese crisps in the oven, a big sheet pan of cheese crisps. Yeah, I mean, so in the varying times that I've gone low carb, I've also made parm crisps in the oven. And kale
not
chips. Kale chips kale chips kind of slap. I would eat that even if I wasn't keto. You don't like
I don't
kale?
know, I think seaweed's better.
Seaweed tastes too much like seaweed.
Kale tastes too much like kale. What the fuck
Kale's
do you want?
delicious. I love kale. Oh, insult me without holding back. I feel bad. Oh, did you redeem?
Someone redeemed insult you like a real fucking long time ago, and I told you about it, and you just ignored it. So I just let you ride.
It sounds like me. I'm glad you let me ride. Jihad. Yes, it is Jihad. Jihad. I don't know if it's an insult, but I know you always be like double, triple dipping in streams. Like you are not a one stream kind of viewer. Like I'll be streaming and I know for a fact you have like 2 or 3 other streams open. And I'm just, what am I to you? What am I to you?
Not me closing 3 tabs.
Just one, just one of
I don't actually
many?
have any notes from it,
Just one of many? I just think, Jihad, that you've been watching my stream long enough for us to be exclusive. When are we gonna have that conversation? That we need to be exclusive.
Wow, you sub to those other girls?
Aquafunkalistic booty whip. Imagine watching more than one stream at a
Speaking
time.
of a multi-viewer.
Repeat again.
Sorry, I was tapped out.
Sorry, I was watching Monsoon. Sorry.
You were muted for that one.
I was watching Reptar and Monsoon at the same time. I have many tabs, but I'm not speaking about the browser.
Are you speaking about the drugs?
Are you talking about being in crippling debt? We're like, let's figure out what le quixote thing is being said.
Or is this like a French thing that doesn't translate well? It's
guess-
one of those 3, right?
Anyway, I'm gonna really need you to commit, Jihad. Really just work on your commitment issues. That's your
Oh, I
insult.
noticed Twitch didn't send out a holiday gift this year.
Also, you think the week starts on Sunday, so get fucked. I refuse to acknowledge that that is a legitimate way of thinking. This is
Okay,
getting
wait.
real.
Open a tab
Yeah.
in your terminal and do python-m calendar.
This doesn't count because there's a way to do it without. Yeah.
Is this the format you like?
Yeah, this is the format I like. Because, hear me out. This
Because
is
you're a
the
psycho?
no. Shut your whore mouth. Because this is the weekend, as in it is the end of the week. Why would they call the weekend if it was not the end of the week?
Well, yeah, I agree that Saturday and Sunday are the weekend, but this calendar format looks like shit.
Why? Why does this count? Why? When they teach you the days of the week, do they start on Sunday or do they start on fucking Monday? In America.
It doesn't matter. This calendar is confusing and annoying.
What makes this confusing or annoying?
Because it starts on Monday.
The week starts on Monday. People don't dread Sunday, they dread Monday because it's the first day of the week.
The work week starts on Monday.
The week and the work week start on Monday. It's the first day of the week.
This is the dumbest hill that you'll die on.
I just don't. It would be okay.
I like the end call output.
Okay, here is the number one argument. When I say this Sunday, do you think I meant 5 days ago?
No, you never say this and mean something in the past.
Really? When I say this Wednesday, I meant yesterday.
I think that's ambiguous.
It's not ambiguous. I'm just saying. I mean, like, yeah,
I would not
usually...
say this Wednesday when it's today. I would not say this Tuesday when it's today.
Today is Thursday. Yeah.
Correct. I would say yesterday for Wednesday. And
but when I say this Wednesday,
the Wednesday of this week, or the
when I say this Tuesday, I mean this Tuesday past.
Yeah, but I think that part's ambiguous. Like, I would say this coming Tuesday for the one after, and I would say the Tuesday that just happened for this week.
So when I say, oh my god,
but that has nothing to do with the Sunday. The Sunday part is the one you're concerned about.
So when I say next Sunday, you think I mean in 3 days or 4 days? In 4 days.
I would say that's ambiguous.
Yeah, it's not ambiguous if you know for a fact that this Sunday is this upcoming Sunday and next Sunday is the Sunday after that.
Why bother saying that when you could just say this upcoming Sunday?
If I say Sunday this week, I'm talking about the past. You're crazy. Get out of here.
Who's
oh
this
my
person
god.
with a sword that I don't know?
It's Scott.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a dirty lurker. He never talks in chat.
What?
Let's get together Sunday next week does not mean almost 2 weeks from now. Yeah, it does. What?
Sorry, I only speak in ISO 8601. I don't talk about days in the week.
When I say next Sunday next week, I mean 2 weeks from now. Because if I meant in a week, I would say next Sunday. Oh my god, I'm so angry right now. I can't talk. I can't look at you. I can't
I'm
look
so
at you.
angry right now.
It's just so ridiculous.
You're angry and southern. What is going on?
Okay, so adding tuples just concatenates them essentially.
Correct.
Okay. I'm so glad.
We got through one method.
Good job, everybody.
Hour into stream, and we've written 4 bullet points, and we've done one method. Sick.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to just teach us, then you wouldn't do it with me in like the podcast format, right?
Yeah.
We get too distracted. You told me you have like 4 stories just loaded up in your barrel, ready to just pop them out.
I already snuck one mini story in, which is
what was the mini story? The wintry mix? That was a story? Oh.
Well, just how fucked the weather is. That
yeah, the weather. I'm so
40
sorry.
40-degree swing in a day.
Aqua Funkalistic Booty Whap. What a way to spend an hour on the 4th day of the week. A man after my own heart. I love you. Oh yeah, you also told us a story about you eating paste.
Oh yeah, I told you the paste story. That's not a recent story though. What does Google Sheets think the numeric day is?
Google thinks it's Sunday. Is the first day of the week. At least Google Calendar does. Right?
I don't know. I'm looking at what my hidden column in my running spreadsheet is because I use that to
Google Calendar, check it in the month format. Yeah.
Ah,
Google Calendar thinks it's
says
Sunday,
that
yeah.
Sunday is day number 1. It's not 0 indexed, which is also wrong, but
I think I actually they did I read a survey where the end number was pretty big. It was like 5,000 people or something. And it was like by the slimmest of margins, people believed Monday was the first day of the week. It was
it's
like
100% regional, so it doesn't really matter what a survey says.
Survey says, go fuck yourself. Huh? What?
Could you imagine like the last episode? just like Family Feud. Survey says, go fuck yourself.
I can't imagine that.
Just cancel the show.
What does that mean? Today is hump day, not yesterday. No. So hump day only refers to the work week, I think. Right? So it's the middle of the work week. So it's Monday to Friday, it's the middle day. Because people only talk about hump day in context of working. So I think that's answering that question doesn't solve the overall argument. Le Quexalt says, in fact, in 1971, I can't do a French accent for that long, rules were established that Monday was considered the beginning of the week in daily life and business practices recommended by the International Organization for Standardization. Is that self-appointed?
Somehow ISO, even though it's iOS.
Well, it's probably
this is scam.
not in English. Right?
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, cool. Second method. Let's go.
No, I don't want to do that.
Oh, you want another story then?
Contains.
No? Okay.
I do. What is... How do I use the magic methods?
So it tells you what the actual thing is. So contains is the in operator.
In operator, okay. So I guess we'll just try it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I put a space there. Okay.
Well, get one that's successful first, because I don't know that you understand it yet.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you definitely don't understand it. Good.
What? False. I don't understand it.
Correct.
Do it about
So
2p in 1p.
tuples are a sequence of items.
Damn. Okay.
How do you check whether an item is in a sequence of items? Like, what is a sequence of... Alright, I gave it away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's weird, Kexit, that she's Python 2 brain, but has never written Python 2, so... Yeah, so it's specifically if the element is contained. Nutlope! Oh my goodness. It's been a
Nutlope?
long time. When's the last time you were in this stream? Oh, you've been here recently. Okay, you just haven't been in my
I
stream
hate
in a
these
long time.
slashes. What slashes? What am I slashing?
I don't see any slashes. I think Kexit's talking about the positional only slash.
Oh, in the PyDoc singular.
In the signatures, yeah.
The PyDoc.
It has been like 2 years. I have like 20,000 catter names in my brain.
Wait, why
mess.
hasn't Nutlope been around for 2 years?
I don't know. People
Where
move
have
on.
you been, Nutlope? Have you been nutting some lopes? I'm so
Yeah, just microwave the melon and nutting some lopes.
You're 30. I owe you so many bits, Anthony. Stop. Oh man, I'm so glad.
I didn't even set Wolford up for that one. That is unprompted.
Just been on JS streams, mostly like True and Theo. I don't write much Python these days. Well, True's a good pick. I actually haven't even
1 for 2.
No, I personally have not seen the Theo stream. That is just a personal fact. Okay, I cannot say whether or not Theo streams are good because I just haven't seen them.
Well, you just watched someone else's stream and.
I mean, if I want to watch the React documentary, I'll check them out. I think.
No, I'm not still at Stripe. I'm at Sentry now.
Why are you learning Python and what's got you down? I just want to learn Python. Honestly, one of the reasons why I want to learn Python is because I want to program in Godot. And Godot, GD script is based on Python.
Is it?
Yeah, they're functionally the same thing.
I didn't know that.
I like
Yeah,
to
it
think
does look like
GD
Python.
script is just
If it's not.
goddamn script. That's how I. That's how I store it in my head. But it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their website is something else. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
Anyway, should I watch Theo? Yeah, I should watch Theo eventually, just so I can have an opinion.
Sure. If you want to subject yourself to that, by all means.
Okay, equal.
Yep, you know that one. You know all the comparison operators, right?
Do I?
Maybe.
Can you compare two tuples?
It depends, is the answer.
Because you can't compare two arrays in JavaScript, yeah.
Yeah,
Like if you have
so
two
JavaScript
arrays
is
that's like
shitty.
1, 2, and an array that's 1, 2. Okay, let's try it. Let's just give it a try.
You can in Python. You can.
You can? You
JavaScript.
can? Let's see. Print 1 pi. Oh
Oh
god.
yeah, David really likes conferences, so doesn't surprise that he showed up.
Your CTO, David.
Yeah,
Wow.
the founder of Sentry,
That's cool.
the guy who likes all the same music that I do. That one of my friends texted me that Kramer was at a conference, and they're like, "This guy is just like you." And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's cool. Okay. GE greater or equal than?
Mm-hmm.
How do you even do that? What? Oh, sorry. Wait, what? No, god damn it. I'll stop. I'll stop. I will stop now. I am done. How does this even work?
Yeah, how does it work? You gotta put spaces around your operators.
I'll put
You know what
spaces
the docs
around.
show there, they don't know what they're talking about. You gotta put space around your operators. When I'm working at Sentry, I lead the developer infrastructure group.
Does it just add up all? Wait, what? Is it the?
So guess at what it does, and I'll tell you whether you're right.
Does it try and add up the values?
No, there's no summing.
Okay. Is it? How long it's been in memory?
Nope.
Is it?
It's not nonsensical. It's something that would make sense to you.
It's not the number of entries.
Nope. That does factor into it, but that's not the total comparison.
Is it the number of characters?
Nope. Maybe it would help you if you printed out the two values and then looked at the less than or equal to.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like print out 1p and 3p. so we can see what the values are.
But it's not the number of entries. Are you sure it's not the number of entries?
It's only the number of entries if a certain condition is met.
That it's not empty?
No. So like try 1 comma and 1 comma 2.
Oh my god.
And you're gonna have to parenthesize it there
Yeah.
because it's ambiguous.
Yeah.
Are you back on your fucked up keyboard? Or are you
No,
just...
I'm not. I'm just failing miserably.
Got it.
What? Condition? How is this gonna make things better?
So this is where length matters. So now do 1 comma and 2 comma 2.
Okay.
And now do 2 comma and 1 comma 2.
So let's just compare the first value, and then if it's equal, then it checks the length.
In this case, yes, but if there was a two tuple versus a 3 tuple, it would do something else.
Wait, what?
Basically, it does an element-wise comparison until one of them runs out.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you know how you sort words in a dictionary?
Yeah.
Like the word A comes before the word apple, right?
Yeah.
You can think of A as like a 1-length tuple that's just the letter A. And you can think of apple like a 5-length tuple that has A, P, P, L, E,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you sort 2 strings, it sorts each character-wise. Tuples are kind of like strings, except instead of characters, you have elements in a tuple.
Okay.
It actually works the same for lists in Python also. Is this clicking or not?
No. It's not.
Okay. So why is stare and stairs? How would you order the word stare and stairs in a dictionary? Which one comes first?
S-T-A-I-R-E-S. Or R-S. S-T-A-I.
Just say the word. Which comes first?
Stare. They're the same fucking... They're homonyms. I can't just say the word.
Stare and stairs?
Oh. Sorry.
How about door and doors?
I understand what you're saying. You put door first.
Why?
Because the absence of a thing is comes before a thing.
Okay, cool. Now if you have the word for and the word door, which one comes first?
Door.
Why?
Because D comes before F.
Okay. So if you have 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, which one comes first?
1, 2.
Why?
Because the absence of the third thing is less than the third thing.
Okay.
The
What if you
contradiction.
have-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tell me to stop.
What if you have 1, 2, 3 and the string food, comma, butts?
1,
Which
2.
comes first?
1, 2, 3.
No.
What?
We work in normal languages, not insane languages. You
You
can't just compare nonsense in Python.
so you get an error.
You get an error.
Can you do that in JavaScript?
In JavaScript, it'll just be like, oh, I think these are supposed to be numbers, so I'm gonna convert the string to Dan, and then it's probably less than.
JavaScript broke my brain.
Well, JavaScript just does whatever the fuck it wants.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It'll at least be a compile error in TypeScript, usually.
Okay, that makes sense.
But you should type that into the REPL so you can see what it does when it happens, such that you can recognize the error.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that.
Because this is one of the ones that people see all the time. They're like, well, float and string? Why not comparable? Well, make a tuple. Make a tuple with butts in it. Yeah.
Comparable.
Well,
Actually, what do you use? Do you say comparable or comparable?
when I'm talking about the programming interface, I talk about comparables.
Lovely. Well, I mean, in JavaScript's defense, it would only it would error out if it was a triple equals. Because
No, it would just say false.
no triple
wouldn't
equals.
error.
Oh, you're right. You are right.
Oh, I didn't see your clip. Was this me reacting to Melly Bean burping?
Did I burp? I have no memory of that happening. Did that really happen? Did I burp on stream?
It is actually what I am reacting to. That was a good guess on that.
Did I
clip.
burp on stream?
Yeah, you fucking monster. You didn't even acknowledge it either. You leaned into it. You just kept typing.
That's cool. I'm so sorry.
Wait, look at my watch my reaction. That's the whole point of the clip.
Gee. Why do you hang out with me? Oh, I'm so sorry. I obviously didn't register that I had done that, so.
Yeah, right?
It was more like a mouth robe sound. As I've said before, raised by wolves. Like, I don't think people take me seriously when I say that. Dude, stuff my dad used to do, I would do in public when I was a kid, and kids would actually scream. Like...
Oh, okay.
No, like I picked up like gross habits from my dad. I remember being like in the 3rd grade, and my dad.
If you're gonna go with the southern accent, you gotta say daddy.
And daddy, you see, he used to stick his finger in his ear and go brrrr, like super fast vibrating when he had an itch. And I remember I did that when I was in like the 4th grade, and I was immediately ostracized.
That's how you're gonna lose your hearing.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, what? My ear is itchy. That's one example. I do that currently. God damn it. You know, ending, I can't, Wolfred, sorry. I can't take you seriously until your name is Juiceboxhero.
You gotta wait a few days until he can change his name again.
Oh, I see. He's on cooldown. 2 months? Yeah. I have to keep you entertained for 2 whole months? Ugh.
2 whole ass months.
2 ass months? Similar to how...
Yeah, Wilfred is easily entertained. Similar to Ho.
Wait, Markdown isn't double dash, right? It's
No,
just indented, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you stop? Oh my god. Fucking Bam.
I press those arrow keys. Let those beardies sweat.
Yeah, beardies. Wait, why are we calling them beardies?
Neckbeards?
Oh.
The Vim users?
The Vim users? Well, how would you do it?
In Vim or in my editor?
No, to get to like somewhere in the middle.
I would go to either the beginning or end, whichever one's closer.
I
and
did
then
that.
Jump by word.
How do you jump by word?
Control and the arrow key. If it works in Vim, I don't know. If it works in
Motherfucker.
Vim. You gotta be outside of insert mode.
How come no one's told me this? No, you don't.
Oh, you don't? This works in like everything. This
What?
isn't a Vim thing.
This is
It works in, like,
amazing.
your browser, text editor.
Oh my
works
God.
In your email.
You just revolutionized my life. Oh my, I feel so powerful. It even oh, I thought it skipped functions words. It doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I didn't like the way that Nano does their jump by words, so mine has a slightly smarter way to do it.
Birria tacos? I love birria tacos. It's like a taco, but deep fried.
What is birria just beer? No, they have a different word for that. What does the birria part mean?
I think it's probably a plate. I don't know. What does birria mean?
Ia means store. Actually.
I thought ia is a tense, meaning it has been.
No, you go to the taqueria to get tacos.
Yeah, I mean, it could be both.
What?
No, like when you say like I have left, you say like saleria. It's also or they have left. It's also a tense ending.
You mean a conjugation?
Yes,
Yeah.
a conjugal ending.
Okay, so this is just a noun. It is not a store.
You're a noun.
I am.
Birria etymology.
You're gonna get called Cheryl. That'd be pretty funny. Okay. You have just written, you cannot.
It means
what are we
trash. It means trashy taco.
It means trash.
Yeah, it means trashy taco.
Huh. Okay.
That's kind of funny.
You gotta stop. You cannot do this.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying. I can't stop. I've been getting shit from both Monsoon and Scott about this. Oh God.
As you should.
We are gonna talk like a normal human being. Yes, this is how a normal human being talks.
Be like, we're broken up until you can fix this.
You must have heard. No, it's a show I'm watching.
She's been watching a TV show. It's not even a person. It's a TV show. Locked into the boob tube.
I'm
getting her southern.
I've been binging a show where the main character talks like this. Roseanne, no. It's a bad Netflix show. I talked about it earlier. It's the Gilmore Girls if the mother was also a murderer. That's called Ginny in Georgia. Okay. Get attribute.
G, you can ignore get attribute. That's for attribute lookup. That's on everything.
We hate that. Okay, get item.
I actually don't know what get new arcs is, so I'm gonna learn something today. But you know what get item is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Show me it.
I thought that's what it was. Oh, 2P's not an actual thing.
Oh, never mind. I know what get new arcs is.
2P. I don't even think I need to write that down. Okay.
Just have to remember it's 0 index.
Yes, get new arcs.
So this is pickle bullshit. You don't need to know it.
Has no return.
Well, no, it's just not documented.
Oh. Greater than we know. Okay.
Yep.
Hash. I'm not sure what hash. I'm not sure what hash does.
We'll talk about hashability some other time, but things are typically hashable if they're immutable, which means you can use them as dictionary keys.
Ah, what kind of hashing algorithm does it use?
It depends. Python typically uses, I believe, SIP hash, which is randomized at startup, and then it is not a cryptographically secure hash, but it's a fast enough and good enough hash for what it needs to do, which is to avoid hash collision attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I break my fidget toy? No. This one? This one's fine. It still lights up though, which I'm not a fan of, but the battery will run out eventually. This one still works, although most of the paint is chipping off because I have used it so many times. But it is still a thing.
Iter?
Iter. This means it is iterable, it is loopable, so you could write a for loop over a tuple.
Does it just return true or false?
No. You can write a for loop over a tuple, is what I said.
What does the iter method do,
Iter
though?
converts a thing into an iterable.
Oh, okay. But tuples are already iterable.
That's what iterable means. Iterable means that it has a double under iter.
Oh, I see. So the iterable method can be applied to it, but okay.
Yeah, so if you write a for loop over a tuple,
I
that will
understand now.
demonstrate that something is iterable.
I think we already said it's iterable,
Yeah.
right?
Well, we
Maybe
said
we
it's a
didn't.
container in a sequence, but containers are intervals. I just want to see you write a for loop.
Oh, you want me to write it for a loop? Okay. I can do that. Do 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 do. Why did you groan?
Because you drawled that one out.
Draw what out?
I can write a for loop.
I can't stop. I'm sorry, I'm a sponge. When I lived with two girls from Long Island, I just started saying coffee and stuff. It was terrible. I'm so sorry.
You're so lucky you're not white because you could not do that.
I still say coffee.
Well, coffee, yeah, I mean, that's just a regional thing. It's not a
I mean,
racially charged thing.
I don't know if I can get canceled for accidentally having a twang. Can I? Can I? Or maybe I can. I don't know.
Twang, no, but if you know, Ebonics, for instance, you might be cancelable.
I don't think you're allowed to call it Ebonics anymore.
Okay, well, what the fuck am I supposed to call it now?
African American vernacular
Okay,
is what we called it in college.
I see.
In 2023,
I'm getting canceled then.
probably. No, it's just like, obviously it's. If someone told you that and you kept saying Ebonics, then maybe if you willfully just did it to insult people, then that would be one thing. But
If I did it to incite someone, yeah.
yeah, AAVE, African American Vernacular E. What's the E stand for? I have questions.
Also, holy shit, your internet better not go down because it took me literally 4 hours to write the two videos together.
Vernacular English. I took an AAVE, I guess, class in college. It was super interesting, actually. It was a lot about how, the origins of a lot of AAV, constructors and terms, how pigeons impacted it and stuff. It was super interesting. Did you guys know that African American vernacular has an imperfect tense that standard English speakers don't have? It's true.
I didn't know that.
I love being told I speak so good for a black person. Oh my god. I don't know if I could walk away from a conversation with someone like that. I'd be going to prison. That's how that ends. Such a backhanded compliment. People really say that to you? Holy shit. I'm so sorry. Hi, Falanere. Good morning. Wait, it is the evening everywhere in America. Are you okay? I'm pretty sure you live in America and it is the evening everywhere. Yes, or they say you sound white. Oh my god, that's when you respond by using the twang. Okay, I'm done. And
no, this is the third time you said you're done. There's no way you're actually done.
I'm done.
You're gonna keep doing this for the whole fucking stream?
I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I've watched the whole. I'm on almost the end of season 2, and I started watching it like 5 days ago. So that should give you some idea of how much of the show I've watched, and they're like hour-long episodes.
Is it actually good, or are you just like you need some nonsense to fill?
I mean, no, it's not good. I mean, it's mostly just like drama. And see the whole. Okay, I'm confused, by the way, why this isn't a more common format. Because when you have the main characters is a hot mom and a hot daughter, you get the adult drama as well as the teenage drama in one show. And the Gilmore Girls did this, and now this show is doing this.
You don't need teenage drama.
Teenage drama is the best drama because it's like people can be fucking crazy, and people are like, oh well, they're a teenager, it's fine that they're insane. But like as an adult, that like insane, like being fucking crazy is dangerous and scary, you know?
Well, because it's also illegal.
Yes, it's also illegal. Like teenagers can be like,
for assault.
yes, exactly. Teenagers can like slap each other. They can get in fucking fist fights. They can like pull each other's hair. They can like maliciously sleep with each other's boyfriends and shit and girlfriends and do all kinds of.
You can do that as an adult too.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like teenagers is like,
illegal.
it's like a little. Are you okay?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't. But
Do you think I'm okay, Anthony? Do you think I'm okay? I ran 3.7 miles today.
3.7.
3.7.
Why didn't you do the other point?
Because I had to stop. Because I was done.
Okay.
So that's why.
You're just like,
No, we don't need the fourth.
No round number for me. Fuck it. 3.7.
No, so I was listening to my like running app has like a now run, now like jog, now run, now jog.
Oh, the lady in your ear that you love?
I ran out of content for the lady that I love. She only did the 5K and the 10K program. So there's no half marathon, like guided half marathon program. But you can say like, I'm training for a half marathon, and then it like tells you like run at, a 7:30 pace for 1 minute, and it's like now run at a 12-minute pace for a minute, like in your ear, so you can like work on like speed.
That doesn't sound like a good training program.
I mean, it's just interval training. It's interval training, right?
Yeah, but you don't really need interval for that. Anyway,
I don't know. I think interval training is good for building endurance, actually.
yeah, but you really like what you want to do for long distance running is you want to get yourself to understand a particular pace and stay at that pace for long periods of time.
Yeah, that's true.
So interval training is helpful to get you that endurance to get you there, I guess. And maybe it'll stop once you actually get to the longer distances. Well,
it only has me do it once a week. The other 2 runs are what they call relaxed runs, where you just go at your own pace.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is I ran out of intervals and did the cool down. And then by the time I was done, it was 3.7 miles. And I was like, I am done now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat.
This podcast is so funny. I should put my lol emote on a timer.
Oh, is the Anthony Teaches Juice podcast? Is that what we're calling it now?
This is like not the first time someone has asked me if I'm okay, and there was a long, awkward pause. I think I'm probably fine. Right? Put it in your mouth and swallow.
Right?
Yeah, is anyone in 2024 actually like doing good?
Wow, you know it's fucked up when Mel said the fiscal year and not the actual year.
FY 2024. No, 2020.
You monster.
Is it fucked up when in 2020 is anyone like okay? Like who is fucking thriving right now? Name me one person who was thriving in 2023 that wasn't doing better in 2019. Not a single person I know. Everyone is worse off.
Jeffrey Bezos.
I mean, is he though?
He's got like $1 billion more, several $1 billion more.
I know, but like, I mean, I guess in like 2019, his nudes and dirty texts were being leaked, so maybe he is happier now.
Yeah.
Or I think that was like 2018. I remember going to work and everyone being like, y'all read the dirty
I
texts?
kinda wouldn't care if my nudes were leaked.
You work there? It's big enough, Wilfred, that literally doesn't matter. Amazon is big enough that it does not matter.
Leak them then? You wish, Wilfred.
Mel, I was bad in both years. Oh, le quexant. We will help you.
Okay, you've written a for loop. Congrats. On to the next one.
Sorry, how'd I get so low? Less than we already did. Length. We know length.
Yep. We did not do like.
Okay, but we know length, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me that you know length. Cool.
I mean, I guess we can do
It was French. It was French, Wilfred.
your
We-
French.
Kexit is French, so we just make fun of Kexit.
Are we making fun of Kexit or are we making fun of Kexit's heritage? Very different things.
I guess that's fair. We don't really want to be specifically bullying Kexit, so we'll scapegoat by saying that we're making fun of French.
Wait, what's worse though? This is actually a very Asian question.
I think one of them is against Twitch TOS, so
Yeah.
we can't bully an individual,
Wait, they're
but we
both-
can talk shit on French.
Wait, no, they're both against TOS. You should be able
I'm
to.
pretty sure you can make fun of Frenchland.
You can just. You can just specifically make fun of only French people. That's in the Twitch TOS.
Yeah, there's a little clause at the bottom that says you can't discriminate unless they're French.
Unless they're French. Swan, thank you for rating with a whole ass party of
I'm so unlucky. I
107
have
people.
depression and I'm French.
Wow. Welcome, whole ass people. Welcome. You have stumbled across the podcast, I guess, of Juiceboxhero and Anthony Writes Code, where we kind of learn Python, but mostly just dunk on French people, apparently.
Yeah.
We were just talking about socialism and capitalism. Those were the
Wow,
only
we
two
have-
options.
We have an ope in the chat.
Hi,
We got my people.
hi, Midwestern. Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Didn't see you there.
How are you doing? We're doing good. We're just making fun of Le Quexalt. Who is French?
I
Defrenchition?
don't know how to say that. Yeah, that's a made up word.
How are we doing? We're doing okay, I think. It's unclear. We were just talking about how no one's better now than they were in 2019. Everyone is doing worse. So, yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Monsoon? Are you doing better or worse? You have COVID right now.
LT.
So there's no way the answer is I'm doing better right now because you currently have COVID. I do be having the COVID.
Alright, so you know less than. Great.
Oh, yes. I don't know multiply though.
You don't.
Yeah. Should we try
show that
multiplying?
You should probably kind of understand what it does.
Yeah. 2p, 3p, 2p times 3p? Can't do that. Well, then why is... Wait, what?
Read the error message. What did it tell you?
Can't multiply a sequence by non-int of type tuple.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because they don't have the same number of indices? Or same number of elements?
Read what the error message tells you.
Can't multiply a sequence of non-int of type tuple.
Okay, so it's telling you that you can't multiply a sequence
Uh-huh.
by non-int. So
I
what does
see.
that tell you that it must be?
It must be multiplied by an int.
Mm-hmm.
Times
Slow down
1.
and read sometimes.
I don't like reading, and nobody else likes reading. Oh, I just did it again. We hate it here. What? No Cartesian product? I tested negative twice today for COVID, but I still feel like I'm dying. You know what that means? Oh, we should just go out there and just cough on things.
Yeah, you should go to a concert and go to the grocery store and
just
lick
just
a
things.
random person
Lick all the fruit.
and make out with a rando.
Yes. Preferably an older person with comorbidities.
Yeah, so find
Yes.
someone that's... Right.
Stop.
I'm not going to get you banned for TOS.
Go into the office and pack a conference room with your coworkers. You have to only invite the people you strongly dislike. Like the entire marketing and QA teams. I'm just kidding. Marketing people are great. We love them. I used to be in marketing. Who said that? What? Hi, Chunky. Welcome back to stream.
Ah, yes. Those...
Yeah, QA.
Speaking of comorbidity.
We actually don't have QA at Twitch. We're all expected to write our own unit tests pretty well. Which is pretty common. You guys don't have QA, right, Anthony?
Yelp did not, Lyft did, Stripe... The Stripe did. Century's way too small to have QA.
Pandora had QA, and that was actually very painful.
Dude, QA fucking sucks because they barely know how to. They don't know how to program, and they don't know how to use the app, and so you have to do all the work for them. And it's just like, why did we hire you? We could literally have just written Selenium tests instead.
That's what Scott used to do. He used to be QA automation. Like his whole job was to replace the existing QA team.
Yeah, QE is great.
And he worked alongside the existing QA team.
That's the funny thing when you're like,
It's
yeah,
like,
so
I'm
show
here
me how
to
you
get
click
rid of
through this
you.
flow so I can do it automatically without you. Oh, your job? Oh, we won't be needing that anymore.
Yeah. It was really funny too. Our QA director one time brought in somebody to, she used to like she would bring in like people throughout from like other tech orgs to come in and talk to the QA team to like try and learn about like other organizations, how they do things. And she invited someone that was like, yeah, manual QA is completely useless and you shouldn't do it. He was talking to like a room of like 30 manual QA testers. Everyone was like, yikes.
My first internship was QA, and I was supposed to like click through a flow and take screenshots for like 6 weeks. So I wrote a Selenium,
I used to be QA too.
I wrote a Selenium script on like my second day that automated my entire 14-week internship, and then they're like, oh, okay, well I guess we could have you do code instead.
I used to write QA test plans for a whole 6 months.
Oh, and the tool that I wrote to take those screenshots, they ended up retiring the product, and the manager of that group emailed me like when they retired the product, and they were like, yeah, so we're pretty sure that more people use the Anthony tool than the actual product.
Oh, Anthony tool, is that what they called it?
Yeah, they called it the Anthony tool.
by concatenating multiple versions of itself, multiple copies of
Yeah.
itself.
Technically, it's a shallow copy of the tuple, which you don't really understand yet, but it'll make sense eventually.
I know what a shallow copy is.
Okay, tell me what a shallow copy is.
I'm pretty sure a shallow copy doesn't create a new memory space.
Tell me the consequences of shallow versus deep copying.
If you update the origin of the shallow copy, it also updates the shallow copy.
But tuples are immutable, so why does that matter?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. Why would that matter? Why don't you tell me? Because I don't know.
So if you have a list inside of a tuple,
And you update the list, but that
in a shallow copy, that list is shared. It's not a new list.
Can you update a list in a tuple?
Yeah, the tuple is immutable, but you can put mutable things inside of it because it's just a container.
Okay. My mind is blown, but yeah. Speaking of automation, have you guys read the deranged transcripts from Bing's chatbot? I have not.
I'm so fucking sick of chatbots. I wish people would shut the fuck up about them.
I've started using it at my job,
Really?
just as an editor. I found that it's not great at
Anything?
producing things, but it's really good at. So I've been feeding it like paragraphs. I'm like, hey, make this more succinct, make this more concise, get this down to 2 cents. It's really good at taking big things and making it small. I found that that's true. And it's really good at being a better Google than Google. So I've also been asking it
just
about.
gives you garbage a lot of the time.
No. It's been really useful. I've been like asking it questions about like privacy laws, like specific pieces of privacy laws, and it's actually pretty good at like giving me straight up answers.
Well, you should be careful because it's always confident, even if it's completely fucking.
That's true. But I feel like it's not better than Googling. Like, or it's not worse than Googling,
It's not
rather.
worse.
Yeah.
At least with Google, you can know what thing is a reputable source, and you can, sniff out the badness.
It gives you the info you want to hear, not necessarily the truth. Yeah. I can see that. I'll use ChatGPT to assert my rights. Am I being detained? What? Hi, Wikinos. What's up? What up? What up, homies? Where'd Monsoon go? Did he just bounce?
I see you, Wilfred. I see you.
Where'd you go? He's here. Good.
But yeah, it's one of the banned words in my chat.
What is? ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Scott used it to write a rec, which was actually, it was okay at that. But then he asked it to write the rec as if the recruiter was a cat. And that was comedic gold. It had like 20 cat puns in it. It was pretty funny. I think at the end they just signed it meow. Anyway, I gotta work out, then cook. Have a good workout. A lot of people use Google to find bullshit and not needing a license or insurance, so ChatGPT is just a new version of that. Yeah. Okay, multiply, done. NE, not equals.
Uh-huh.
Is this pretty straightforward?
Yeah. I mean, you already did equals, right?
Yeah. Okay. R multiply? What's the difference?
Skipped one.
Repper?
Remember?
Represent? Repress? Reprise?
It's a representation.
Representation?
It's how it gets rendered in like the
Print
kernel
statements?
when you look at it.
Oh. Okay.
It's meant to be a programmer representation.
Can I actually use the actual function?
Yeah.
Is it going to be exactly like print? No difference?
Yeah, it's gonna look the same.
It's going to look like print. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. Wait, no, it has... Yeah, no, it's the same. Okay, cool.
Because the REPL uses repr to show you
Yeah,
values.
that makes sense. Okay, our mul looks exactly like multiply.
Yeah, do you remember what the R means?
Read?
No.
No.
Do you remember what commutative means?
No.
Commutative is a math term. It means that the operation is not handedness. So like 1 plus 1 or 1 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 1.
Ah.
So in Python, if there's an operator that takes two different types on the left and right hand side, there is technically 4 different ways that the runtime could invoke that operator against the two operands. And so typically if you're going to define an operator for the commutative operators, although I think there's also rdiv, which doesn't really make sense. But, the normal operator is when you are on the left-hand side, and the R version of it is when you're on the right-hand side.
Got it. So because it doesn't matter, our mul exists as well, but it has the same representation.
Was a similar implementation as mul.
Got it.
So show me how you would use rmul in the terminal, in the repr, in the REPL, for tuples specifically.
What?
No, that's normal mul. Yeah, there you go.
I understand.
Sweet.
Did we finish all the secret magic ones? No, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. Okay,
How
count.
much force would it take to pop your eyeball out of a socket? I'm pretty sure there's an I did a thing video about that where you used a vacuum pump to try and suck a pig's eyeball out.
A live pig?
No,
Okay.
that would not be allowed on YouTube.
Oh my god. Wait, why do you hate talking about ChatGPT?
Because there's nothing interesting to talk about. And people won't shut the fuck up about it.
I see. I see. So you're the arbiter of what's interesting is what you're trying to say.
Do you think talking about ChatGPT is interesting?
I don't know. I mean, ChatGPT is fun. I think it's fun to use. It's fun to like play with. It's like what I mean. When I was 13, I used to, or even younger, like 10, whenever it came out, I used to like play with Smarter Child to see how smart it was. It wasn't very
Oh,
smart.
we all played with Smarter Child, yeah.
So I don't see how playing with ChatGPT as an adult is any different.
Yeah, I'm not saying that part is any different.
But like, you know, when
But-
you were a kid, you would talk about playing with Smarter Child, and it was relatively interesting.
Sure. But when you have, you know, 100 people in your chat and you get 200 new viewers a day and 100 of them ask, do you think ChatGPT is going to replace our jobs? Do you think I should learn ChatGPT and become a prompt programmer?
What the
Do you
fuck
think
is a
Copilot is a good
prompt
piece of-
programmer?
It's a made-up fucking job that people think is going to exist as the new programming age where we are instead controlling GPT-like engines instead of writing code by specifically crafting words to receive answers out of them.
Okay, we've
just
already
like-
bastardized the word engineer in software enough. Just leave it alone, guys. Saying prompt engineer is like saying a manual QA engineer. What are you engineering?
Yeah,
What are you engineering? I don't understand.
exactly.
Prompt
Yeah,
engineer
I
is
know.
just
It's
an
a made-up
end
thing.
user of a technology.
But, yeah, don't fucking care to answer the same stupid questions over and over and over and over.
That
about
would be
things
like saying that being a Google navigator is a job.
Yeah.
Like, I have great Google food. This will one day be a job.
Yeah. It's the same as like fucking the NFT bullshit. It's the latest fucking fad.
I mean, NFTs are actually stupid, though.
Have you seen the output of GPT or Copilot?
Yeah, I've been playing with GPT. It's pretty good at some things. It's good at editing. It's good at, writing jokes. I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's better than a lot of writers that I've met. Let's just say that. Like it turns out a higher quality of writing than a lot of people that I know.
I see.
What's happening right now? You look so disgusted.
Sorry, no, I wasn't disappointed in you. I was disappointed in myself for something that's completely off topic, and you're just gonna make fun of me if I tell you what I'm actually disgusted about.
Okay, I'm gonna gift one sub to stop talking about ChatGPT. Why would you /s it? Why? This is a good segue to talk about our charity of the month. What are we doing here? We're raising money for charity. What charity? Trees for the Future. What do? They plant trees for the future. But they also have a really cool sustainable
And
farm
for the past.
sustainable farm program where they teach farmers in like third world countries essentially. Can you say third world countries anymore? That's not a thing you can say anymore, right? It's kind of like a fucked up thing to say. What does it even mean? What was the first and the second worlds? Who decided that? Anyway.
I don't think there are second. Are there second worlds? Is that even a thing?
They go to farmers in other countries. Let's just say that. Let's just call it that. And teach them how to do sustainable farming by creating what are called forest farms. Developing countries. ChatGPT passed the exam to be an L3 at Google.
That's because interviews are just regurgitating.
Wait, Google hires L3 software developers? L'excellent!
Yeah, L3 is new grad.
Thank you for getting our tier 2 sub to Wax so clutch.
Oh, a tier 2?
Yeah, that's kind of ballin'. Let's go.
Wow.
Okay,
I'm not even tier 2.
they're /serious. We're done talking about ChatGPT.
Good.
That's $183,000 a year. I mean, did they pass all of the interview or just the technical?
But almost certainly just a technical,
Yeah.
behavioral.
Yeah, tell me about a time. ChatGPT is like, there is no concept of time. Okay.
All right.
Count. Returns the number of occurrences of a value.
Oh, we're on to real methods finally. Dude, what the fuck is going on with the next method that we're looking at? Do you see that shit?
What? Index?
Yeah.
Return
Look at the default value for stop.
I mean, it's not a bad number to have, right? I mean, it's important to have a default number for a stop, right?
Yeah, I just would have probably used none instead of big giant fucking integer.
Guys, the hype train is close. Hype train is close.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Does that number have any significance? I don't know. It's probably...
I think it's sys.max size, maybe.
Yeah.
Open up a REPL and print out sys.max size. See if it's the same number.
One word?
Yeah.
Sys is not defined.
Oh, you gotta import it.
I remember how to do this 100%. We learned that last time.
Sys is a module.
Your module. Fudge.
Your mom's a module.
Is she though?
Yeah, I imported and reloaded and reloaded and reloaded.
Can I just import all of cis?
Yep.
I can type today. I can totally type. It's weirdly similar, but not the same. Oh, it's the same.
I was gonna say. It's the same.
Import this. Import your mob. Import feature. Okay. Cool.
This and feature are technically both.
Count. Return a number of occurrences of a value. So you do count 2p, comma 1.
No, they're methods.
To
not magic
be
methods.
dot count 1.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Okay, index.
Mm-hmm.
To be dot index 1 should return a 0. Yeah.
Now try with 999.
Yeah. Non-tuple.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what's weird is list has a dot find. Tuple does not. Which I didn't remember that.
Oh man, I have the best clip when you struggle with the first turd.
Oh wait.
I cannot relate to this. I have never once in my entire life struggled with turds. I have excellent colonic health. Excellent colonic health.
Wait, I'm tripping. There is no find. Why did I think there is
Not
a find?
find.
Oh, you gotta import
Why do I make these sounds? I don't understand. Who lets me make these sounds? Apparently I burped earlier. I didn't even notice that. Is your entire job here, Wolford, just to like clock me making embarrassing sounds? Is that... Why is Anthony disappointed in himself again?
it. No, I'm just very confused. Because, I thought there was an index of in Python that returned -1, but I don't see it, so it must not exist. Which is strange to me.
I see. Are you saying this because index of returns -1 in JavaScript?
Yeah, and I thought there was one in Python that worked the same way, but I can't find it, so it must not exist.
Anthony knows how I get down. What about me making that sound is you getting down, you sick, sick, sick man. I love awkward sounds.
Did he catch you groaning?
He caught me groaning.
Yeah.
It went like this. It's just like...
Wolford has single-handedly made... is it my top clip now?
Wait, are you gonna make like an auto-tune song of like me and Anthony groaning and moaning?
Don't give him ideas.
I'm giving him ideas. I could. It sounds like a nerd meme.
Okay. Have you ever had something where it's supposed to be a coin flip and it flips one way like 12 times in a row?
Yeah, I've had that with a coin.
And you're like, is it actually a coin flip?
Yeah, it is. Probably. I mean, if it is a coin flip, I don't know. What are you doing that might be a coin flip or not?
I'm software setting a shiny Pokemon. And it's supposed to be 50-50 gender.
I'm sorry. Have you been playing Pokemon this entire time?
I wrote a script to do it, so it's.
I'm sorry. This is somehow worse than the jihad thing. Like,
What?
because jihad watches like 4 streams at a time.
Well, see, I was ignoring this until I was like, wait a minute. I've seen males 12 times in a row. I think that I'm not actually setting this.
I can't
think
tell
I'm just
you how
getting the
many
same
disappointed
Pokemon
mothers have had that same line of thought.
Yeah, my grandmother had 5 boys.
They're like, just one more, it's gotta be a girl.
Yeah.
How many times do you need to get heads to doubt a fair coin? I don't know.
Well, statistically significant doubting is, well, you pick your p-value and then you know the answer.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure I am RNGing myself, and this Pokemon
P-values.
is always the same Pokemon.
Wait, Mr. Metabytes just followed me? Is that different from Mr. Metabyte, who already watches our
Mr.
stream?
Byte and Mr. Metabytes are different. Mr. Byte is the
What?
Twitch staffer. Mr. Metabytes is one of my viewers.
Which one's better?
I'm my viewer, of course.
Oh, we've had this conversation before about Mr. Metabytes.
Yeah.
In your stream.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Metabytes, to my cool stream. I'm so glad you're here. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone's like, how come I didn't get that when I joined your stream? Suckers. What?
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 What? I was surprised to find that I wasn't following you. I was surprised too. More like disappointed. I'm just kidding.
Okay, you've learned everything that there is to know about tuples, except for one more thing.
Yeah, what's the one last thing?
So, you know how you can spread into lists in JavaScript?
Mm-hmm.
You can spread into tuples in Python.
You can spread into tuples.
Yeah, except I like to call it splat.
Splatting.
I
You
think
can
splat sounds
spread
cooler.
into them. So let's say you have a list, which I don't know how to do lists yet, but let's say if I did.
Well, you can spread a tuple into a tuple too.
Oh. So I could do new p equals 2p, like this.
Except it's star, because it's not JavaScript.
Like this. What?
A
Like
tuple always has to have a comma. Remember that the parentheses do nothing.
oh no, I was referring to 2p, which is already defined. So would
Oh,
it be
but
star
you
2p?
You see how it says cannot use start expression here? You don't actually have a tuple there. You have a parenthesis around a star. Now that you've put a comma there, it's a tuple. But the tuple isn't. The comma is what's important, not the parentheses.
Wait, is it actually referring to 2p? Oh, it is referring to 2p. Why must there be a comma there? When
Because that's the syntax for tuples.
that's only the syntax for a tuple if it has one value.
Well, you can splat into other things. You just can't splat into something that it doesn't know that you're talking about a tuple.
So you can take like 2 different tuples and splat into them.
Yeah, you can splat two tuples together. That's actually the most useful use for it.
Mm.
Is to splat elements onto the beginning and the end, or combining two tuples.
So I can do like new p equals 2p, 3p.
Yeah. Except you would also put a splat in front of 3p. Now you just have a weird.
Oh, now I have a
tuple.
weird thing.
And typically in
Got a
Python,
double
people
splat.
will put the parentheses around things just so that it's a little bit more clear. But technically, you don't need them.
Okay. Questions.
Yeah.
Does this create a shallow or a deep copy?
Shallow.
Shallow. Got it. How would one make a deep copy? Ah! Oh my god, my earballs. Hold on. Sorry, for some reason I thought that I had turned off all of my alert sounds for you. Apparently I was wrong.
Aw, man.
But someone donated monies! Let's go! Hello, I like panicked and turned it off so I didn't even see who it is. I'm gonna see who it is right now.
It's
now.
It's Mr. Metabytes.
Mr. Metabytes! Wow, you're such a good person. Oh my god, thank you so much for donating a whole 22 doll hairs and 8 cents to Choose for the Future. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're such a good person. You're a better person than everyone else. Oh my god. Such a good human being. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go throwing out crazy things that you're a good person. You just planted several trees. Quite a number of trees. Congratulations. Hi Nova. Hi D-Train. Hello.
Okay, I have determined that I am not RNGing myself, but I have gotten mail 22 times in a row.
Mail 22 times in a row. Man.
Yeah.
What is this, the Bay Area?
What is this? Tech YouTube?
I have a really good friend who left the Bay Area because apparently it's... Yes, you too. But that's not the primary reason. One of the primary reasons why this friend left the Bay Area is because he's convinced it's like impossible to date in the Bay Area as like a average white dude swee.
Pretty true.
Yeah. And that it's tough.
Yeah, you go to New York and you're a fucking god.
New York is like, that's where he went.
Wow. Well, at least he didn't go to Thailand. It could be worse.
I remember being a single girl in New York and in my 20s, and it was rough out there, dude.
Yeah?
It's rough out there to be a single lady in New York for some reason.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Bay Area is great for being a single lady. The Bay Area is like...
Yeah?
Here is your pick of men. Here's your pick of men, all making 6 figures and above. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's very different too. Dating in New York is like very different than dating in SF. It's very strange. Wow, we're almost at 300 doll hairs. What a weird donation amount, Mr. Metabytes.
I think he specifically did it to get you 1 cent under.
To give me 1 cent under? He's just edging the donation goal.
Yep, that's what's going on.
I like the long
edging
pause.
with pennies.
No, long pause. It's to bait others. Oh, I see. Earballs out. Oh, okay, are we ready to learn? Boy, I have to write about splatting.
Yeah, and splooting. Should we learn unpacking at the same time, since it's kind of the opposite of splatting? Splatting and splooting.
Well, then why can't we call it packing?
Well, yeah, it's packing and unpacking, I guess. Yeah.
Can you really call spreading and splatting, splooting, packing?
I only call it splat because I think splat is funny. Noople equals star tuple. Okay, I think we typically
can...
Python people put parentheses around it, even though it doesn't matter.
Wait, parentheses around just the tuple bit?
No, around the whole tuple expression. You're technically making a tuple literal.
I'm so sad with what's happening here.
You do escape and then you... Oh, well, it's really no.
What's your favorite emo song of all time?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Did we count pop punk as emo?
Yes. What else would you call that? Yeah.
Pop punk?
I mean, if you go to an emo show, half of the bands are pop punk.
Okay, well, I think when we were... I think if you went to somebody and said, are these pop punk bands emo? They were emo enthusiasts, they'd be like, hell no. That's shitty pop punk.
So like you wouldn't consider the All American Rejects emo?
I would, but I wouldn't say that out loud to somebody who actually listens to true emo music. I feel like I would be laughed out of the room.
Okay, it's possible I don't like emo then. That's what I've discovered from this conversation. I only like pop punk.
Yeah.
Because like my favorite emo band was the Ataris growing up, but maybe they're not emo enough. I don't know. Their lyrics are pretty emo.
Yeah.
Oh, I listen to heavy metal when I code. I listen almost exclusively to hip hop when I code. Very exclusively to hip hop when I code. Today I worked
I didn't
for
tell
like.
you any of my other stories.
I want to hear them. Okay. But wait. Should we first do this and then we can?
I'll just give you a short one.
Okay, I'm ready.
My dad. I don't think my dad understands what a furry is to start this story.
This is adorable, and I already love this story.
My dad texted me and my brother.
Yeah.
I saw an adult wearing a costume on the plane today.
This is adorable. I love everything about the story already.
That's basically it. He hasn't replied
That's
back
it?
since then. I asked him if he took a photo, just because I think that would be even funnier.
No, that's kind of cute. Who are you vibing to? I'm guessing Future. No, I was listening to Tyler the Creator. But when I worked out yesterday, I listened to Corday the whole time. If you don't know Corday, what are you doing? Corday is great. I'm not particularly fond of emo stuff, but I love blending it with other genres. Corday is What kind of sentence is that? He's great. He's actually great. But I've been listening to a lot of Baby Keem recently too. I have an embarrassing story, Trevor W. When I say I was listening to Tyler the Creator, I was listening to This is Tyler the Creator, the Spotify generated playlist, because my sister said you should listen to Tyler the Creator, and I've just been listening to that. Is that embarrassing? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am a fraud. Okay, so your dad saw a furry. That's the end of the story? You don't know how it ends?
Yeah, he hasn't replied since.
Are you going to explain to him what a furry is?
No.
Oh.
I don't think he needs to know.
It's
better that way.
Questions for furries. Are there any furries in chat? Because if so, I'd love to do an AMA with you.
You surely have at least one in chat.
Can you explain to me what a furry is? I have no idea.
You don't know what a furry is, Wilfred?
It's a person who has what people call a fursona. And what a fursona is it's a projection of themselves as if they were an animal humanoid hybrid. Does that make sense? So a lot of furries will dress up as their fursona. And these are actually pretty elaborate, expensive costumes to look like their fursona. But like a lot of people will be like, oh, my fursona is like a fox. So it looks like a humanoid fox. Like think of like the fox that's in, what was the name of that movie with all the animals and the bunny and the fox?
Bambi?
Zootopia. Think about like the fox in Zootopia. Someone would like dress up like a humanoid fox like that. And that's them expressing their fursona to the world. And I think they do sex stuff. I haven't confirmed, but I think they also do sex stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's primarily a sex thing.
I have questions too. Like,
Are you gonna explain the concept of yiffing now?
I don't remember what yiffing is. I think I purposefully forgot that.
It's probably worth forgetting.
Should I incognito this?
Yeah, you should, yeah.
Yiff is just furry porn. Oh, okay. So they go out in public in furry animal costumes. They usually like have meetups and like events where they'll dress up for. I think it's actually.
It is not free porn.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty. From what I've read on the internet, and I actually saw. I think I saw Channel 5 News about this a long time ago, where he like goes to a furry convention and asks people questions and stuff. But I think they it's like your visibility, like your ability to move is very limited in furry costumes, so they like won't wear it unless they're in like a very safe space, and then they'll usually have to like recruit a friend to be what is called like a handler, so that they so that they don't like run into things and like fall over and knock shit around.
Yeah, to hold their leash.
Yes, also to hold their leash. If, you know, they're a kept animal, you know, it's like...
Yeah, they could be a wild...
Teach their own, yeah.
Beast.
We don't kink shame here. Not once have I kink shamed. Hi, Tom enjoyed.
So not true.
When have I ever kink shamed? I respect everybody's kinks. Consenting adults, you know, whatever you want to do, you know? You know me, I'm part libertarian.
So if they're 13, they're fine?
13? That's not adult. What?
Don't ask the Republicans then.
What? You kink shamed Chunky Lover a couple weeks ago? I did not kink shame him. I said he was not subtle. All I said was he was not subtle. That's all I said.
You highlighted their kink in a...
They highlight their
light.
own kink by being named Chunky Lover and watching exclusively chubby girls on the internet. Myself included. Look, I know who I am. I'm self-aware.
Okay.
Another Python collab? That's what's happening, Time enjoyed.
It's true, it's true.
Okay. Lists.
We didn't unpack.
Well, it's because you want to tell a story. Unpacking / spread. Wait.
We did spread splat. We gotta do the opposite now.
Unpacking / dis. What do we call it in. What is it called in JavaScript?
Destructure.
Destructure. See, this is what's been happening to me.
Tip of the tongue? Yeah.
Tip of the tongue, like everywhere. But like, I would say 3 years ago, pre-pandemic, it would happen to me very infrequently. Like maybe once every few weeks, once every few months. Now it happens like 5 times a day. I swear to God. You Googled
maybe
GIF.
now that you're 30, you're getting old and forgetting things.
You think that's what's happening? I'm going gracefully into my old age now.
Yeah.
I bought 10,000.
Age of 30.
I bought 10,000 bits earlier, by the way.
Only 10,000?
Sorry, 2,000 bits. What? Wait, YIF with double F or single F?
Yeah, with 2 Fs. Yeah, Axiom sort of misled you. Also look up the etymology. That one's good too. Are you looking it up on your phone?
Yeah. Incognito, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why this is a weird word. It's
maybe
just...
you found the tame definition.
I mean, I can read it to you. To mate.
Can you read it to me, or are you going to be too embarrassed? You're going to turn into a bright red tomato on stream?
Transitive, intransitive, slang, informal. To have sex or to mate. Set of animals, especially foxes, or people dressed up as animals. Is that the correct definition?
It's close enough. It's not quite.
Wait,
how
what's-
it was explained to me? But yeah, that'll be the tame enough version of it.
Okay, so this is why I want to do an AMA. Are there strategic zippers and
Yes.
removable panels that like do they?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yes.
Okay. Question number 2. Is there interspecies relations? Like,
Yes.
okay, question number 3. Does that come into play?
Depends how committed to the bit people are.
Like, are people like are the carnivores like a little scary? You know, is it like Beastars, the Netflix show?
What is that?
It's like an anime that Netflix produced where the entire tension in this fictional world is that they're all humanoid animals, but there are carnivores and then there are herbivores. But to learn how to function in society, the carnivores have weaned off of eating meat and forced themselves to be herbivores. But like occasionally a carnivore will like snap and then murder a bunch of herbivores and eat them.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what that show's about.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But then like the main story is like a bunny falls in love with a wolf basically, and it's like, or a wolf falls in love with a bunny, but she's also kind of like afraid of him, you know?
So you watched a furry anime. That's what you're saying.
Only because Bernie told me to. That's the only reason why.
Oh, Bernie. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Anthony is very sus with all this knowledge. It's a good question. Why do you know so much about... I mean, I knew about handlers, so...
It's because I grew up on the internet.
I grew up on the internet too. I know way too much about everything.
Yeah.
Unpacking / destructuring.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Is that... You said that before. Are you just reiterating it because you want me to appreciate the pun?
It's because we're talking about furries, and yeah, there's a lot to unpack. Sorry.
mean-
Yeah. No, it's mostly the pun.
You know, it's interesting because I feel like I have a very diverse group of friends, but I don't have a single furry friend. Or maybe I do, I just don't know it.
That's more likely.
Do you want one? I mean, I don't choose people based on their diverse traits, so like if I end up with a friend who's a furry, that'd be cool. But like I wouldn't like be like I must collect them all. Like,
My Pokedex is not quite filled out yet.
being in tech, you 100% have a furry friend you just don't know about. I would say the most likely place where I do have a furry friend is probably my Smash friends, because there's a very large intersection of Smash players and furries. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, or my speedrunning friends.
Yeah.
Because I do have an entire group of friends that all speedrun.
I mean, you have tech, you have speedrunning, you have Smash. You're gonna you definitely know a furry.
Yeah.
At least one. Probably multiple.
Thank you for the 100 bitties. Excellent. You have a lot of friends? I do, actually.
Must be nice.
I actually feel really bad. So I had these two neighbors that like they're a couple and they very clearly wanted to be friends, and I was like, I just don't have like room for more friends in my life.
No room on the dance card?
Yeah, I just don't like. So I kind of just didn't engage. Humans are just hairless furries. I have one friend and he's 50. Well, how old are you?
Some of us are less hairless than others.
Anthony's very hairy. Old enough to consent? Wait, what does that mean? Hey, by the way, age of consent is not just a term for sex. It's good to throw that one out there. You can consent to a lot of things. I don't know why people only think about it as like as sex. Because like I work in privacy, we talk about the age of consent of a lot of things. Like, are you of age to consent to like using your personal data on the internet or stuff like that? And it's just weird that we just like reduce it to that one meaning.
Yeah. So what's the age of consent?
For what? It varies by city or by
I was
country to
hoping to get
country.
you to just say 13.
I mean, in some European countries, yeah. Libertarians are always talking about the age of consent. Why?
Because
What?
they want to fuck children.
That's not why I'm a libertarian. I just don't want anyone to like tell me what to do with my body.
I don't think that's libertarianism.
It's a lot. That's a lot. Body autonomy is a really big part of libertarianism.
No, it's body autonomy for men.
And women. Libertarians
it's
believe in abortion.
Some do.
It'd be insane if you call yourself a libertarian and do not believe in abortion. That's insane.
The more dominant thread in libertarianism is subjugation of women. Like the whole...
I mean, I think you're talking
I don't know
about...
if you read any of Ayn Rand, but a lot of it is like, I'm powerful, therefore I can control another person because I can do whatever I want and I'm in a better space
That
than
is
they are.
not how libertarianism was taught to me in high school. Libertarianism is taught to me as like literally like everyone, like a huge focus on personal freedoms.
Yeah,
and
at the
you're-
expense of anyone else's because
No,
you have...
but you, unless it infringes with other people's personal freedoms. Like that is the
usually
only
that last part is
parameter.
left out.
But like if I mean this is probably the same as like every single political ideology. The actual ideology is bastardized and practiced. Right? It's just like
Yeah.
conservatism isn't really conservatism in America anymore. It's kind of just racism. But, you know. and I mean liberalism in America is like very center, which is kind of interesting.
It's not even center, it's right of center.
Yeah. Libertarianism is fiscal conservatism and social liberalism. Okay, well, when I was a kid and they taught us libertarianism in school, it was very specifically personal freedom is the most important thing in the world. And the only time that it should ever be prevented is when it impinges on other people's personal freedoms. And that is the ethos that I very much identify with. I don't know what any of this means. I know Python and unpacking and destructuring. Okay. What do you want to say about unpacking and destructuring tuples?
It's basically the opposite of what you've just done. It works the same way. You can only have one star unpack though.
It's generally the opposite of splatting.
Yep.
How is it the opposite of splatting?
Well, you can destructure part of a list with the star. You can use it as a collector.
What the fuck does destructuring mean to you?
You take a thing and you take its structure into variables.
Yes. So how is spreading the opposite of that?
You take a thing and you build a structure.
I don't think I understand splatting then.
Here, like you can do...
I thought
You can do
splatting was
this.
just a way to make a quick, shallow copy of a thing.
Yeah, those two look basically the same.
Okay, A splat B equals 1, 2, 3. C equals A splat B.
Try both of those in the terminal, also so that the VOD can see.
So this is what I think this is going to do. It's going to assign 1 to A and then 2, 3 to B.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, so do that and then show the values of A and B.
Okay. Why did that do that as a list instead of a tuple?
Yeah. So this is just a weird quirk of how this syntax works. Yeah, I don't know why it does a list.
What?
Yeah, I wish it didn't. It's
Hi,
kinda dumb.
DEFCON
TBH.
201 Live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I wish it was a tuple. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know why it does a list.
Okay.
I actually I do know why it's a list. It's a list because it's easier to implement in the bytecode. But
And
I feel like it
then
should be a tuple.
C equals A comma splat B.
Yeah.
Print C. I am so sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. Interesting.
Tuples are faster though.
Is this like
not
a
to
right destructure
build
assignment?
that way.
Or is this, what is happening here?
So it's building a tuple on the right hand side, and then it's assigning it to C on the left hand side.
Okay. I still don't
There's no
understand how
destructuring happening there.
spread and destructure are opposites of each other.
So see how we sort of did an unspread to get the 2 and the 3 into B?
We did an unspread to get the 2 and the 3 into B. I thought we did a splat here.
I'm talking about the first one, the first assignment. B is a collector there.
Okay. This is not a splat?
No.
It just uses the same star thing?
It uses the same syntax. It's
Oh,
familiar.
God. Okay. I think I understand now.
Well, it's because it's basically the same operation, but the opposite.
It
Instead
feels
of being
like
on the
you're just
right-hand side,
like
it's on the left-hand
using
side.
so much jargon, I can't understand what you're talking about. To be honest.
I think I've only said splat.
Well, no, okay. So you're okay. This concept that you're telling me right now, a splat builds a structure, and a destructure brings down a structure, or breaks
Yeah,
up a structure
destructure takes a structure and puts it into variables.
into variables. Sure, that's fine.
Except we don't have dictionary destructure in Python. Well, we do, but we don't.
Sure. I don't like thinking of it this way because it doesn't make sense to me, but it's fine. I'll write it down.
Well, you don't often use the collectors in unpacking, but typically it's just variable 1, variable 2 equals something.
Star B in the left of the air of the equals makes a structure. Star B in the right destructures it.
Exit has through left and rights backwards, but yeah, essentially.
This builds the structure, right? And this destructures it? Is that what we're saying?
They have it backwards.
Oh, they're saying this destructures it and this builds the structure.
Yes.
This is a splat.
Yes.
This is a catch-all.
Yes. I'm not slow. I'm waiting for the stream delay.
Yeah, yeah. But you agree that that's like kind of confusing, right? For me. A little bit.
Yeah, I think you don't have an analog in JavaScript for the collector.
The collector sounds like a serial killer. Not gonna lie.
Do you have a reverse splat in JavaScript?
Not that I know of.
Oh yeah, it works the same way. Yeah, you can do this in JavaScript.
What does it look like? Is it a star?
No, it's literally the same. Same as in Python, except JavaScript uses spread instead of splat.
Can you, I have to pee.
I don't do that. Don't click on the X.
I didn't.
You have to pee.
I have to pee. I've had to pee for
Did
quite
you-
some time.
Did you read my last message?
What
and
does it
acknowledge
say? In Discord?
No, in Twitch chat.
In Twitch chat. What did you want me to read? Yes. You can splat. You can collect using ...
Yeah. So just take what you know about JavaScript, and instead of ... it's star.
I've never used that, by the way.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So now I know. Okay, do you want to chill here and entertain chat? Or do you want to also take a quick break?
Whatever you want to do. We could also just do lists next time if you want to just...
No, I just have to pee. That's all I gotta do. You know?
Yeah.
Here, talk to chat. Entertain chat.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. True's here. How you doing, True? Entertain us. I don't know. What does Juice usually talk about? Just butts? And how butts do butt things? And now this is a Juice stream where we talk about butts. Did your dad get back to you? You know what? It's a little late for him right now. Oh, wait. I have an unread text message. Oh, damn. Yeah, he didn't want to take a photo. He had to pay a fee. And a bunch of other passengers were really fucking mean to him. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, but he doesn't... I'm not going to explain the concept of furries to You're driving to Seattle. Okay, well, the context of this, True, is my dad saw a furry on an airplane and didn't understand the concept. I'm not going to explain the concept to him. But yeah. Is this advent of code? No, I'm teaching juiceboxhero Python basics. And yeah, we're learning. We're learning. What fursona? My dad described it as, well, he thought it was a Pokemon, but it's definitely not a Pokemon.
He thought it was a Pokemon.
Like, yeah.
Can you imagine having Pikachu as your persona? Yes, I can imagine that. I can absolutely imagine that.
People doing that.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that exists. Okay.
But
Hi, True.
You didn't hear this, so I'll tell you. My dad got back to me.
Oh.
I asked him if he took a photo. He says, "You seated such that it would have been conspicuous. On top of a fee, other passengers said mean things. It occurred to me that he might have a need to wear it, perhaps a fear of flying. I didn't want to be cruel in any case."
People said mean things to a furry?
Yeah, people are monsters. You live in the Bay Area where like that shit's normalized.
I know, everything's normalized here. Because so here's where I think we part ways with the definition of libertarianism. I think it's extremely libertarian to be like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, your ability to wear a fursuit should not be governed by anybody. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to wear a fursuit all the time, do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very libertarian ideal that I appreciate.
You associate that with your true classical definition of libertarianism.
Yes. So I guess one would say
not the reality of libertarianism.
I'm a classic libertarian. And that,
yeah, it's still something you don't want to admit.
Why is that so embarrassing for people? I think it's like saying you're a Nazi. It's so not that
yeah.
Libertarians believe very much in personal freedoms and human rights. There's a lot of good things that come with libertarianism.
Do they?
Yeah.
Not modern libertarianism.
Clutch is snooze fest.
There's no such thing as rights in true libertarianism. There is no government. There is no laws.
I mean, true libertarianism believes in, I guess, vigilante justice.
The success and the rights of an individual, quote unquote rights.
Yeah. Well, no, personal freedoms specifically.
So no one can tell me what to do.
Unless it impinges on the personal freedom or rights of other people.
Yeah, that's the part that gets left out.
But it's not supposed to be left out.
Sure,
I think
tell
I
that to the
am.
people who want to fuck children. Like,
Axiom, I think I am very fucking left. That's the weird thing. Is I think I am very, very left. But I'm left in that, like, I think no one has the right to, like, prevent anyone from expressing themselves however they want to express themselves. Right? Like if you want to be anything, you can just go be anything. Fuck it. Like, it's not hurting anyone for that person to be a furry, right?
right.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone in America is center left, true. I think in general, I think most people who call themselves left thinks it's like center, or actually center.
If that, yeah.
Libertarians only destroy the family system, culture, religion in the name of freedom. Yep, do not mind losing most of those things. On a very personal level, I don't really believe in traditional family systems. I think that they are flawed in so many ways. I think the nuclear family is one of the primary reasons why capitalism is failing. It's why people are having problems achieving the American dream, right? It's like I came from like on my mom and my dad's side, very traditional, like Chinese and Filipino upbringing. Like your family lives in one gigantic unit, and your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles, they take care of you, and there's like shared resources of like childcare. And I think because we don't have that shared resourcing of childcare, it's almost impossible to have children in like modern day capitalism. Yes, and capitalism
Jordan's
is
got a question for you.
Capitalism is also failing because of capitalism. What did you vote on the SF Uber legislation?
I know what you voted.
I did the opposite of you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Which was... Wait, I don't remember what the legislation actually said. Which direction it was in.
The legislation was whether the slave labor should be considered humans or not.
Oh, it's whether or not you could keep employees on contract. Right? Versus W-2.
Whether you were required to give them benefits.
Whether or not you were required to give them benefits. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think I probably voted against it.
Yeah, you 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I voted no. The nuclear family is pretty modern and is more like the consequence of capitalism. I feel like it's the opposite. Like, it's just so... The nuclear family is such a shitty way to, like, exist.
Jordan said, tell me you're left. Yeah.
Are you learning Python? Me too. We kind of. Kind of. Now we're just talking about politics.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't, first of all, I don't think all of political ideology is on a spectrum of left to right, personally. I think there are a lot of stuff that are far right that almost looks far left. Like, there's this weird thing where it, like, overlaps.
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing is ever... Only Siths steal in absolutes, as something my brother would say, probably.
Like, I think a lot of libertarians, and you guys will not agree with me on this, believe in abortion because of body autonomy. And that's like traditionally a very left-thinking thing, but it's... I don't know. I think he means the nuclear family is good for capitalists, not for the family. I guess that's true. Less shared resources is good for capitalism.
Okay, the standard response for libertarianism on abortion is that neither for nor against, just that the government should not decide. That's the.
Well, if the government doesn't
that's
decide,
libertarian
then
stance.
if there's no law preventing it, then it's allowed, right?
No, they're saying that the government should not decide one way or another, but that an individual should decide.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. Right?
No, I think what you want is you want a woman to have
The choice.
body autonomy and
Yes.
be able to choose.
Yes.
That is incompatible with the libertarian stance. The libertarian stance is someone should decide, just not the government.
I think the libertarian stance is that everyone should decide for themselves.
Not quite.
What?
Not quite.
Your definition of libertarianism is very as defined instead of how it is in practice. Well, that's because the Republican Party has co-opted libertarianism as like their own bullshit thing, right?
Well, it's because they've realized that they can get people who want to fuck 13-year-olds that
Why
claim to be
does
libertarians to
everybody
vote on their
say
single-ticket issue.
okay, I'm sorry, I have to understand why this is true. Why does everyone say that people who do not have the same political beliefs as them are pedophiles? Like, this is not just you who say this.
Well, because sometimes it's true.
But like, they say it a lot. It's this really weird hyper focus on pedophilia. I don't really get where that comes from. It's like people on the far right are like, oh, the liberals are having pedophile rings in pizza basements or whatever.
What is a pizza
The fuck
basement?
up. You didn't hear about Pizzagate? It doesn't matter. It's like it's like a crazy far right conspiracy theory that somehow centered around a pedophile ring being in like the basement of this pizza parlor. It's very confusing and very strange. But then people on the left say like, oh, well, libertarians are all just pedophiles. It's just such a weird thing.
my
There's probably
understanding-
pedophiles throughout the spectrum.
Yeah, my understanding is that it is not a political issue for the most part, or not for the most part, for some part. Like, there are pedophiles on all sides of the political spectrum, but there is a distinct group of essentially libertarians and conservatives that believe that anyone should be able to consent at any age. And then as a result of believing that, they are projecting the idea of pedophilia on their combatants, their opposites, their opponents.
Okay, well, I don't think that you can consent at any age. That is insane. That's obviously insane. I don't think you're a libertarian. You're more like an anarchist. No, because I believe in government too.
Okay, well then you're not libertarian at all.
No, libertarians should believe, by the definition, as I learned it in school, and I can't believe no one accepts this as the definition, the government should only get involved when people are impinging upon each other's personal freedoms. And that's why you govern at all. But it's very limited government. Very limited government. But there should still be like enforcement of basically whenever people impinge on each other's personal freedoms. And that includes hurting each other, you know? Like you have you have an inalienable right to be healthy and happy and do whatever the fuck you want. Right? And if someone prevents you from doing those things, then that should be punished or whatever. Or anyway, that's what I believe.
I'm glad that we've written down the list or a data type.
Well, you always
fuck
make
else
fun
would
of
they
me
be?
for being a libertarian. I don't understand where that comes from.
Well, it's just something that you really don't want to self-select yourself for.
I'm not necessarily self-selecting. I don't ever, not once in my entire life have I said, I'm a libertarian. I said that I think I have some libertarian beliefs. Specifically with the fact that every human should have an inalienable personal freedom. Unless
Yeah.
it impinges
think
upon
that's-
others.
I think that's not the things that I make fun of you that are libertarian-esque.
Oh.
Because that's not really a core libertarian.
I mean,
value.
you know me. I had a really fucked up childhood, and I grew up in a very staunchly conservative family, but in the way that Asian rich people are staunchly conservative.
Yeah.
You know,
I think my thoughts are more on your ideas of like housing and such,
what are my housing ideas?
or on you know,
Whether or not DoorDash
rideshare
employees should
slave
be
labor.
How is that slave labor? I'm sorry.
Paid?
I know, but it's self-selecting. Like, you don't.
That's because they have
No
other-
one's
there's
forcing
nothing
you
else
to
they can
fucking
do.
DoorDash. It's like you're giving someone this proposition. Be like, I have a job for you. This is what the job is like.
Yeah, but they're deceptive of it at every level. Because when you do the math about driving for DoorDash and you factor in the wear and tear on your vehicle, the cost of
Clutch,
fuel.
no one's forcing you to be here. I'm sorry, Clutch. No one's forcing you to be here. I'm sorry we're not
Although-
talking about Python right now, but
Although
we're just
Clutch now
not.
has a tier 2 sub, so maybe you are forced to be here. But yeah, when you factor in like the not just the monetary cost of like fuel and depreciation of vehicle and like, you know, incidental, oh, you spilled, or oh, you know, ran the curb and banged your wheel, you know, all these things, like none of that is really pushed into the recruitment of you know, Lyft drivers, Super drivers, Door Dashers, etc. It's pushed as here's a way to make money doing something simple that could be fun. But when you actually, you know, when you look at it, you're not given any benefits. You don't have healthcare. You're not making a living wage. You're making a commission on something that you're almost always losing value on, even though you don't recognize that you're losing value.
Hi, Munswan.
And so they're in the very best case, someone makes a marginal amount of money. That's not a livable wage, doesn't support them from a healthcare perspective. In the worst case, people break even or lose money, which is why I refer to it as slave labor, because you're doing a job for free, essentially, or you're doing a job for break even without benefits. And you know, the reason both Uber and Lyft were so successful is because, one, they pushed this narrative. They paid drivers a little bit better, but it was VC money. The business model was never really profitable. They're not like taxi cabs, which are often unionized and have benefits and have training and like have a whole system that goes into it. It's just random people treated as contractors and without benefits. And you know, tricked a percentage of a generation into the idea that, oh, I control my own job. I can be free and pick whatever I want to work on.
It kind of sounds like you don't really believe in contract work in general, then.
Well, I think we should have universal health care, and like,
Yes.
we don't have to talk
I
about
too believe we should have
employer
universal health
benefits.
care so that we don't have to rely on employers to provide benefits. I agree with that.
it's kind of insane that, you know, if you don't have a job, you're gonna fucking die if you get sick.
Yeah. Or you get treated and then the cost just gets sent to the taxpayers anyway.
Yeah, well, and like, you know, having a job for the sake of having a job, I also don't think should necessarily happen. Like, we're you know, you take some amount of billionaires, and we're close to a post-scarcity society, and capitalism is not really set up to succeed in a post-scarcity society. Like, there should be universal healthcare. There should be a guaranteed minimum wage. There should be, you know, universal basic income. Like, all these things should exist, and we shouldn't have people, you know, scraping money together, delivering food for lazy techies that aren't going to walk 2 blocks to a restaurant.
But I guess my question is like, well, first of all, I think gig work is just kind of inherently shitty in general, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think targeting like a very small subset of companies and then forcing them to take on full-time employees that do this thing is the correct answer to this thing.
Well, it wasn't targeting a small subset of companies. It was...
No, it was just California, and it was just transport companies.
Well, no, because DoorDash would have been included under this.
How is DoorDash not a transportation company?
'Cause they don't deliver people, they deliver food.
Yeah, they deliver food.
Yeah, but you don't... I wouldn't call them a transport company.
They're transporting food. They're delivery.
Yeah, they're not taking people from point A to point B.
Anyway, there was a bunch of nuance for that very specific thing. And at the time, I read a lot about it, but then I immediately dump a lot of information out of my brain after reading about it. So I'm sure the decision I made was more nuanced than
That's
I
fair. And
believe
also,
in.
I think the default for any proposal should always be no. Because the way they're structured, because of states' rights, because of conservatism and small government, proposals are essentially unreversible.
And there's always like a bunch of random shit attached to stuff, right?
It depends.
Sorry.
Bills usually have a bunch of random shit attached to them. Proposals rarely. They're
Really?
usually like a
Props?
specific thing.
I feel like that's not that true for props. Props often have a lot of shit attached to them.
Well, you have to vote on like 40 every year. I have to vote on like 2, so it's a little bit different.
It's lovely.
It feels like things are attached when you have to read some paperwork to understand.
In Canada, there is a public healthcare system. People are always trying to push the narrative that privatization would lead to better healthcare. I think that's just like untrue.
Yeah, did I tell you about my France story when I sliced open my
And
fingers?
you just walked out, and they were like, "You owe nothing."
Well, I walked into a hospital, and this French lady started asking me as many questions as possible to try and give me free healthcare. Like, do you have any relatives that live here? Can you name any people's names? Like, do you just every excuse under the sun to try and give me socialized healthcare, give me a free stitches and drugs and etc., the things that I needed so that I did not have a problem where I was bleeding out from my hand. And I didn't have any answers to any of that.
Yeah.
And I got 2 x-rays and 4 stitches on my finger here. And what would you expect that to cost in the US with no insurance?
$10,000.
It'd probably be like $2,500 in the US.
I literally went to the ER like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, and I think they took 1 MRI and a full blood panel, and then they treated me with an IV, and it was $10,000.
Okay, well anyway, I walked out of this French hospital with a sack of drugs and a bunch of stitches, and it was €108
Oh my god.
that they tried really hard to give me for free.
Yeah. Well, the reason why it's $10,000 is because they can charge the insurance companies that in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they jerk each other off behind the scenes, and everyone wins except for the consumer.
Yeah, and I ended up paying 1,000 of those dollars. So that was
because
true.
you didn't hit your copay?
Because I hadn't hit my out-of-pocket max.
Yeah, your copay max.
Yeah, it is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Just because I had food poisoning.
Yeah.
The amount of money that I spent on that ER trip is enough to bankrupt people who are less financially stable.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy that being alive is not an inalienable right. in the U.S.
Which is what I believe. Which is why I
you're
believe.
poor? Guess you fucking die.
I think that it is an inalienable right. I think there's a list of things that are inalienable rights. And one of those things is healthcare. And also one of the reasons why I think it's strangely compatible with libertarian ideals.
By definition, libertarian ideals.
By definition, libertarian ideals. Your ability to the L word. I'm in lesbians with you. Basic needs like food and housing are not fucking free, and it's insane. It is very insane. Like, what's the point of forming a government at all if they can't provide like the bottom 3 tiers of Maslow's hierarchy? Just call it melitism? Maybe. When we were both working at Starbucks, my girlfriend had appendicitis, and even with our insurance, our part was $10,000, and we were so poor we couldn't even afford the payment plans on it. You can actually argue those down. That's like a very little known fact. Like, you can just, if you have like 10 hours to play a terrible game of telephone with a lot of different people working at that hospital, you can usually argue it down to about 10% of the initial payment or of the initial cost. People don't talk about that enough. You cannot pay like my mom after they wanted to charge her $19,000 for a C-section. Jesus. Is porn a fundamental right? The consumption or the creation of porn? The consumption is not a fundamental right. The ability to create porn is a fundamental right.
Jordan says it's porn.
Yeah. I'm answering straight, dude.
Oh, only straight porn? Wow. Are we gatekeeping now?
No. Can I have a Wylord plushie? I don't even know what that is. Okay, what is a list, Anthony?
Click on my fucking link first.
What is a list?
Click on the link.
What's frustrating is I know what a list is.
Click on the fucking link.
It's complicated. I have to open up a browser. I have to do it off screen so I know you didn't send me porn. Oh my god, it's pretty cute. I mean,
you
this
gotta
eye
specifically
is...
click on photo 2.
This eye is pretty soulless. It's a little terrifying. If you just woke up and had that in your face, you would scream.
Well, you gotta click on look at number 2.
What, tiny Asian girl for scale? This is not the first time I've seen this. The tiny Asian girl for scale messes with your ability to know how big this thing is. You know Noodle behind you? Noodle had a tiny girl for scale in the Amazon.
Okay, well, that was because I got the medium-sized one and not the big
tiny
one.
Asian girl for scale tells me nothing.
But it told you how many centimeters it was.
I know.
You and I just have no concept of centimeters.
What's a centimeter? 370 doll hairs? Oh my god. See, we need Shaq for scale. I want to see this next to Shaquille O'Neal.
I just went to Amazon and I searched noodle like a fucking idiot.
Oh my god, they're on a date. What is happening?
Yeah, did you not read what I wrote in chat?
No. It's like coffee meets bagel. I want someone to look at me like this lady looks at her Wylord plushie. I'm sure I looked at you like that once upon a time.
Yeah. Well.
Fits in the palm of Shaquille O'Neal's hand, yes. What's a list, Anthony?
It's basically an array in JavaScript.
Oh my god. It's a fucking array.
Yeah.
It's an array.
It's kind of late here. Do you want to do lists next time?
Yeah, I do. Let's find someone to raid. This became just like a political podcast. How did that happen?
Gross, the worst.
Who let it happen?
Actually, it could have been worse. We could have talked about stocks or credit cards or RSUs or CrossFit or
ChatGPT.
Whatever
Like
the
this.
fuck else, you Bay Area fools talk about at lunch. That I don't
Oh
have to
my
deal with
god.
anymore.
It's actually very painful nowadays.
Man, it's great. I can go to a bar and not hear someone talk about React.
Or 401k matching.
It's amazing.
Okay, we haven't. Oh, you're on streaming. Fuck yeah. Okay, we're actually gonna, oh, he's BRB, this motherfucker. This piece of garbage. He's a coder who codes in
That looks
GD
like a chair.
script, which is the Godot script that I want to learn, and GD script,
Oh, okay.
Godot script, and he lifts in between like stuff.
Like
Mel
while
almost
things
had
are
an
building?
Alex Jones moment. I've never had. What is an Alex? I don't know enough about Alex Jones. Isn't this the gay frogs guy? Wait,
Alex
isn't this the
Jones is
guy who
the-
like had people fucking harass the parents of dead babies?
Yeah,
How is
because
this?
he's a libertarian. He's allowed to do that.
What? Dude, no. Telling people to harass the parents of dead babies, that's infringing on other people's personal freedoms.
Well, no, he has the freedom of speech. The government can't stop him from doing that.
That's literally like shouting fire in a crowded building.
It's not, though.
It's in the Constitution. What are you talking about? I've had enough of these people. Are you not BRB anymore? You piece of shit. Fine, we won't rate Aaron.
Check now, there's another chair.
Hi, thanks everyone for watching my stream. It was really lighthearted and definitely not full of political ire. Follow me on Twitter and Discord. Yeah.
We're gonna go back to being depressed now.
I'm super depressed.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Okay. Fine. We'll do Evan. Unless he's BRB. He's BRB too! What is happening? It's like a BRB epidemic. A beer brectidemic. Okay, let's try Grim.
Just with the arrow keys.
Thank
Has
you for
everyone just
being there,
synced up their
Grim.
cycles and they're all peeing at the same time.
Yeah, they're all peeing at the same time. Okay, we're gonna rate Grim then. Grim is the creator of Pigeon, and he has a very cute cat. That's all you gotta know about him. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. It was really fun, maybe. I don't know. I've been very argumentative recently. I've noticed that. I got in a shouting match with David Chong because he said, quote, conductors and orchestras don't do anything.
You mean,
It's just like,
he's not completely wrong.
what?
If you have any percussion in your orchestra, you don't need a conductor.
You need a I can't even argue with. Why?
The drums are much better
Why
at
would
keeping
you?
time than the guy waggling the wand around.
I mean, but besides, that's more than the conductor does. Way more than that, though. The conductor makes like big decisions about how an orchestra should perform, right?
No, they're mostly just playing the music.
Oh my god. Oh. This makes me really grumpy, but we don't have time to get into it. I'm very argumentative recently. It's been really bad. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I'm just like aging into my old, like fucking weird Chinese conservative years, you know?
Yeah, where you yell at people about
It just happens in your 30s. You just like, complete your genetic destiny. Oh, don't get old, people. Just stay young. Bye. Goodbye.